Let's see if this is up. Yes. Almost. There we go. Put this over here. Put that one like that. Close that. This right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Too many hours. And not enough. Not enough hours. I need more. More hours. More. Hey, what's up, Ghostface? I just remember to check every time to make sure it says I'm online, because I do not change it offline, but sometimes it just changes, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Chiro! Oh, you can just join right in. I have a bot open just in case anyway. What's up, Westy? Right? Especially the bot killers. The bot killers are funny too. I'm feeling pretty good, Hansi. Pretty good. My tolerance on weed is still really low, but it also clashes with the medication I'm taking a little bit. Well, like, and I'm actually smoking to help it for a little bit, because some of the side things is like headaches and irritability. And I'm like, I remember asking the doctor, I was like, so I could like smoke weed for that, right? And they're like, yeah, actually. And I was just add it to the list of extra benefits for me personally, obviously. I remember I said that in the one video. The video is like, see a doctor. Just because weed helps me doesn't mean it would make like things worse. Like anxiety helps me with anxiety. Doesn't mean it wouldn't give you anxiety. What's up, Robert? What's up, Bubba? What's up, Heather? Very nice. Actually, that's a good point. Let me see. Do I have to clear the list? All right, yeah, let me clear this list. Here comes some tater spam, unfortunately. But we didn't really need the list yesterday, because people usually play 2 games at a time, and when the 2v8, there's like a lot of spots. So we didn't actually need the list. Usually how the queue works, Chiro, is you type !join in, on YouTube or Twitch, either or. I haven't gotten it to be able to respond on YouTube yet, though. So even if you type, like, !list on YouTube, it responds on Twitch and not YouTube. So I haven't figured out how to have it, like, output, like, go both ways. The input's going from both ways, but I haven't figured out how to get the output both ways. But you can just join right up. In the 2v8, we've never really needed the queue thing. In the 1v4, we always need the queue. It helps a lot. What's up, Discard? I almost fucking died. We were talking about it yesterday. I didn't want to like talk about it all day today as well, because but I was in the fucking hospital for a week. I had 3 seizures, and I've never had any seizures before, and they couldn't really find a cause either. But the problem with that was, like, because of muscle breakdown and pH levels and, like, a bunch of different things that all gets processed through the kidneys due to the seizure, or the seizures. My kidneys were, like, I was basically on dialysis levels. I didn't have to be on dialysis because my kidneys were really healthy. But, that's why I was in the hospital for a week, was because my kidneys, technically. We had pictures of it in the Discord and stuff. I was in a fucking neck brace, like, strapped to a stretcher. So, unfortunately, I have to do short streams for a while. And the other thing, too, is I've been talking about, I've been avoiding, like, moving back in with mom and dad. And that just made it, like, really hard because I can't drive now. Because my parents, since I moved back to Michigan, my parents have been trying to get me to move in with them. But, like, I'm still kind of like, no, I want to be, like, you know, on my own. I'm 32 years old. but I actually can't drive now. So it's really going to be like, hey, can you guys drive me to work anyway? And now they'll be like, you should just move in. And I'm like, this is making it really hard to say no now, unfortunately. But I literally can't drive. You can't drive 6 months after you have a seizure. Because if you have another one, like, not only is it dangerous for you, but it's dangerous for other people too. It's like drunk driving, you know? I know, it sucked. It's like one of the only times I was excited to play Killer. Played Killer for 3 straight days and then fucking in a hospital for a week. It was terrible. I was like, really? Oh, just send me a friend quest and then join in through the thing. I'll make sure you get in on this first one because you were one of the first people in here as well. Gullen's already in. Is cartography in yet? Cartography's not in yet, but they'll get in a second. Yeah, just send me a friend quest on Steam. My Steam friend list is full, but I think it's dumb as fuck. Wait, I gotta show you guys this. This is hilarious. I love this shit. I hate dumb rules, right? Whenever there's like an actual dumb, like, why is there a rule for that? Why is there a max on the friends list, right? So I try to get as many friend requests as possible because, like, isn't this interesting, Steam? Doesn't this look like a friends list that has no limit now? So this is the extra friends list. I got like 199 friend requests. Suck on that, Steam. I hate dumb rules. I was always that kid, like, if there's a reason for a rule, you follow the rule, obviously. Like, when I was a kid, it's like, why can't I stick the knife in the outlet? Because you're gonna get electrocuted and, like, die. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good reason. I won't do that, you know? But if it was like, why can't I eat the donut? You know? Just don't. Why? Because I said so. Why? You know? Although, obviously, that's more because it's unhealthy, and eventually you, like, learn for that, too. Well, yeah, that's the thing too, Robert, is I was actually like at my parents' house when I had the seizure. It's kind of like I don't really know what would have happened if I had a seizure not at my parents' house, to be completely honest, because they were like my dad was home, at least, was the one that called 911 because we were gonna watch Beetlejuice. Still haven't watched that movie yet. God damn it. I can't wait to see it. I was watching part of first Beetlejuice today, but I have it on YouTube. Hey, Thrin. Did we get a Chiro in here yet? Oh, you're on Xbox. Send me a friend quest in the game on Xbox. Is this you? Oh, it's DataCat. Come into this thing here and send no perks since 2020. Just one word. Oops. That's 1010. There we go. Send that a friend quest. I gotta accept it. If you're on console. Daniel, you know what's funny? That's what I was stressing out in the hospital. I was like, I have to get these looping guides done as fast as possible in case, like, anything happens, because I want more people playing this game. We could have so many more people having fun playing DBD. If it wasn't, you need 4,000 hours before you can have a good time in most scenarios. Because it's, unfortunately, if you're talking about, like, playing well, if that's what you consider having a good time, you know, it takes too long. It shouldn't take that long. I feel like it should take, like, 400 to 500 hours, you know? Dude, there's pictures. Wait, Daniel, I was fucking editing this shit in the 1 second. I actually should just show you guys the pictures. And then hilarious. So I didn't see this until yesterday, but my CK level, like creatine kinase or whatever it is, like that's your muscle breakdown that gets processed through your kidneys. That's like one of the things. That was what they were holding me until I got low enough for. The peak, I didn't see this till yesterday because they kept telling me, right, that I had to get down to like at least below 10,000, but they really, like 5,000 was hospitalization, but if I was on the downward trend, they could let me go at like below 10,000. But the peak that it was at was literally 420.69. I'll show you guys that in a second. That's fucking hilarious. We also have 2 more spots open if anyone wants to join. And then after I show you guys that, hey, I got a message. 1 second. Yeah, look at this. All right. Well, that was the picture of me, like, in the fucking, when I was saying I was in a neck brace in a stretcher. I woke up to that, like, what the fuck is happening? Because they, whatever they, like, give you makes you forget. So I didn't know what happened. They had to tell me I had a seizure. I was like, what? and I'm like in a neck brace. But like, there was nothing to do, so I was bored. I was like I was reading the comments and stuff in the Discord too, like over and over. They didn't want me like replying to stuff because they didn't want me stressing myself out. And I was like, this is not stressing myself out. This is gonna make it better. But this is once again why I can't do like long streams right now. To do like short streams for probably like at least a few weeks. Yeah, this is when I was reading the Discord messages. That was funny. Dude, I did not like being in a hospital though. It was annoying as fuck. I couldn't sleep. I was like couldn't eat. It was just like everything sucked. Everything sucked. One second. I'll show you guys the 69420. Because that's the funny thing. Holy shit, Medeo. Wait, Medeo, what class do you want me to play? Thank you so much for the subscription. And I think my alert box is working now. Got it fixed. But I want to show you guys this. This is hilarious. We didn't see this till yesterday. Because when they're telling you in the hospital, right, they're like, you're over 42,000. So, like, I wasn't looking at it on the My Chart thing. One second. I have to get into the My Chart thing. It's your medical thingy. One sec. I'll show you guys. This shit's hilarious. Holy shit. Chiro, thank you so much, man. The subscription as well. Same thing. What class do you want me to play? Survivor and class, actually, because I can play like whichever one. No, I have to play Jumpsuit Jake first until I'm like play some type of worm. All right, here we go. Right. So here is the when I was talking about the create. Well, these are like all the different tests they were running when I was at the hospital. Because I was there for a week. But this was the fun. It's not the funniest one. I mean, it did end up being the funniest, right? So this is when they discharged me, right? Let's view the trends because they said 5,000. Like this right here, 1,000 is already considered high. It says high here at 1,000, right? This is your creatine. It kept saying CK. It was like creatine kinase or whatever it's called. That's the muscle breakdown that gets processed through your kidneys, and this is why I was in the hospital because my kidneys were dealing with a lot. But here's what I didn't realize until yesterday because when it was going up processing everything, right? And I heard I was at 27,000. I heard I was at 42,000, right? Because that's what they were telling me. But I wasn't like looking at the test. And then I was looking at the test here last night while we're on stream. Hey, thanks, Rahul. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? We have one more spot too if anybody wants to join after I'll show you guys this. But look at this, right? So these are very specific numbers, right? This is when they were taking blood tests, and this is when I convinced them to give me another one because I was miserable in the hospital. I was like, I'm not sleeping, I'm not eating. I would like be getting better if I could go home and like recover there instead. So that's why it was like every 8 hours. And then from here it was a 4 hours later, and I was like, if I'm trending in the right way, and then they let me go. I was like, yes. But look at this, right? The highest that I was at, tell me this isn't the fucking funniest thing you've ever seen. The highest that I was at, look at that number. It was 420.69. Yeah, see, right? Like, I didn't see that until yesterday. We were on stream because I was sitting there looking at this because I was showing everybody, like, the test results, but I hadn't, like, been on the My Charts because when the hospital, they were telling me this. But this is, like, in my blood, right? Like, this next one is 27,396, right? 12,898. Like, these are very specific numbers. And I was sitting there looking at this, 420.69. I was like, dude, that's the fucking best. Look at that right there. Oh my god. Yeah, right? Like, it's like, it shouldn't be funny because, like, that was the peak. That's, like, as high as... This is, like, dialysis levels, basically. It was this, and it was, like, my blood oxygen or something else. I remember what the other one was. Where I basically was on the level where I should have been on dialysis, but since I was not there originally for a kidney issue, it was my kidneys trying to process everything. That's why they didn't put me on dialysis. But that was why they had me on an IV all fucking week and just pumping a bunch of, like, what was it? Sodium chloride and, like, something else. They just kept pumping in, and I was drinking a bunch of water, and then I was throwing up because I was, like, still really thirsty because, like, I needed a bunch of water, but then I was drinking too much plus it, and then it was too much, and then I was throwing it back up, and it was just like, oh my god, this is terrible. Well, that's why I couldn't eat either, and it was making me nauseous. It was like, oh my god. But yeah, this is, like, way too high of a number, but yeah, at least it was funny. Of course, fucking 420.69 in my bloodstream. I was like, I wish I saw that at the hospital, I'm not gonna lie, because that would have cheered me up a lot. I would have had a huge laugh about that, but all they told me was, like, you're over 42,000, you know, I didn't actually see it. And I wasn't thinking, like, in the hospital, like, wait, could I be 420, 60? Like, I wasn't thinking that, you know? You're just concerned of like, oh my God, I'm at 42,000 and 1,000 is high. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I was not really thinking about it. But then look, I should go clip that on stream last night when we realized, because I looked at it, I was like 42,069, and then I was like 69, and then I looked at the whole thing. I was like, oh my God, I actually had 420.69. I am so happy about that. Wait, did we get Chiro in here? Yeah, we did. Nice. Okay, so Magic Chef is the next one in. Yeah, and the best thing is, I hope I have that, like, those test results forever, because I never want to lose those. Because that was an actual, like, near-death experience. And to have the near-death experience before 2069 be, like, the closest. I'm like, dude, that's fucking amazing. I mean, obviously, hopefully never again, but at least... I just wish I would have seen that in the hospital. That would have made me laugh. Right? Oh my God. Just can't believe that. Ooh, play music. Yeah! This is my favorite song from the GOAT. This is my favorite Pac song. Only place where thugs getting free, and you gotta be a G. Oh, I love this song. Oh, shit. I don't know why this glitch happens, but if anybody else is experiencing this glitch when, like, DBD itself freezes, but you can still hear the audio going, so you know it's not frozen. If you press your Windows button, it unfreezes it. I don't know why. It took me a little bit to figure that out, but for some reason it fixes it. It's not frozen. It'll even happen, like, on a loading screen, and then it, like, catches up on the loading screen, and it's really weird. Over trick shit. Oh, alt-tabbing. Alt-tabbing doesn't work for me. That's why I always thought it was frozen for, like, the first month it was happening. I kept restarting my game. Every hour, 'cause it's all good. We gonna stress from the world outside. Everyone will be alright. Nothing but peace, love, street passion. Every ghetto need a thug mansion. Ah, that's my favorite Pac song. That song is so good. Pac's the GOAT, at least to me. Oh, he's not my favorite rapper though. He's probably my third favorite rapper. MLG meme master 420. What is going on? Thanks for the follow, mate. Alright, I want to loot. Aw, this isn't the one I want to loot. Can't make this. Yes! I can only loop around it one more time, though. Big Goofy turnaround! Big Sag. I don't know if I make it. Just barely. Ah! Good positioning, though. I think we could have thrown that. I love sleeping, too. One of the best things to do in the world. That's one of the reasons I was so miserable at the hospital, because we couldn't sleep there. They wake you up every 4 hours for vitals, and then, like, every 2 hours, not every 2 hours, but every now and then all of a sudden it's, like, in between the vitals, like 2 hours in the middle. They would, like, wake you up for something random, like, oh, medication, that's what it would be for. And then, like, 2 hours later was vitals again, plus a blood test, because it was a blood test every 8 hours, and it was just like, oh my God, again. I was like, I've slept 3 hours in 2 days. Let me go home. Hey, what's up, Foxfur? How you doing? Yeah, sorry. I wish I read faster. Yes. It is funny because I do feel a tad loopy from the medication they're giving me. It's called Keppra. But for some reason, it has not affected the skill checks, like, at all. I'm like, yes! Yeah! It's coming from Japan. From Jumpsuit Jake to Jumpsuit Jake. I need to pick a different class. I do not like this class. I like healing class the most. Wasn't that such usefulness on that generator I was repairing when I used that? We didn't get the tile I wanted to loop, though. Yes, we did. Here it is. This is the one I need to work on the most. This tile right here is like the most interesting tile in the world. Pretty good besides that whole scenario. Besides that, it's been fine. They're having a great year sports-wise. The Pistons are not the worst team in the NBA, which is just spectacular. They won last night on a buzzer beater. I literally do not remember the last time that's happened. And they were even talking about that after the game. They said that the Pistons, as a team, have only won on a buzzer beater 12 times since 1996. And I'm like, we've lost at the buzzer like 10 times a season. Because when it happened, I was really like, I don't remember the last time this happened. And Cade wasn't even playing, so I just kind of assumed we were going to lose that game. And we didn't. We actually won. Oh, yeah, it's just more frames. Unless you're playing a Nintendo Switch. Well, I don't know. Is there an input lag on like... Yes! Chase me here, please. Damn it. I'm gonna try to run this way. And then run this way. Run around this way. No! This is why I think this tile is like one of the most interesting tiles in the world. Maybe I should have ran on the last go around. I should have went to the pallet, greeted it, and then turned it around to the other window the other way. I think is what I should have done. Hey, that's hilarious. Were you playing the 1v4 or the 2v8 when you played against Julie? Ah! Oh. Guess we can unhook here and then heal. When Dav showed you what? But how to get the more frames? Rally point, yeah! Woo! I'm wearing David Montgomery right now. I have a lot of Lions jerseys. I currently have 10. You get a few each year, and a few have built up from a few players that have been on the team. This year I got Brian Branch, Kirby, Joseph, and Frank Ragnow. I like jerseys. And the NFL jerseys are actually like really comfortable. A lot of like the NBA jerseys are really good right now too, but it is not the era for buying MLB jerseys. The MLB jerseys are terrible. If you treat jerseys right, they last for like ever. Just gotta hang dry them. Don't ever put a jersey in the dryer. That's what'll fuck it up. You pulled them into a trap. Sorry I missed that comment. That's hilarious. Playing as Deathslinger. That is hilarious. Like, where'd the killers go? I can throw this. Yes! I'm gonna jump this. No! Damn it, almost. I love this tile. What are you talking about? Like, it's like the most interesting tile in the fucking game right now. At least to me. Yes. It's still blacked. No! Oh shit! Oh shit! Epic ass body block. Go around this way. Yes! Oh god, I fucked up though. I should have kept running. Damn it! That was epic game. This is like my favorite tile in the whole game right now. Well, not my actual favorite, just my favorite to work on because it feels like it can go so many different ways. That one, and there's one on Midwich as well. The top of the ramp room, I'm like, there's not really another tile like that one. And it always feels like no confidence when there, but that's what makes it fun. Uh-oh. No! Stub toe! You make it? Nice. I don't know if they can make it again, though. No! Stub toe! They go all the way around. Oh! Did you make it to the window? No! Damn. That was good shit. Well, they're not in Deathhook yet. Nice. Uh-oh. No! I wonder if they would have ran when they got unhooked. The exit was right there. No! At least we got him off, though. Nice! Didn't get to the... No! Damn. Oh, it was Wraith that got him.
no!
Can they make it? No, I thought that was the open door. It was not. Got them both.
Double kill.
You ever broke two ankles at once? That was good shit. Right at him. I completely agree. That was good shit. Right, more than an escape. Exactly. I never broke two ankles at once. I hadn't even thought about that being possible, really, until that. That was great. That was a fun-ass match. We need this to be a permanent playlist, but we have to have more people playing. I need to finish those looping guides. Working on Ormar right now. Working hard on that one, actually. That one took way longer than none of the other guides are going to take anywhere near as long as Ormond did. What about Mother's Dwelling? Mother's Dwelling might take a little bit. But Mother's Dwelling has cookie cutter loops, though. If, like, it's either going to be this window or you're going to get these two windows, like the God window, or this God window and this one. So when you have the God windows, it's like it's cookie cutter, at least. It's not like 8 million different little things that can happen. It's like they'll either push you this way or this way. Yeah, Chiro. I love Saloon. That's my favorite map. That one and RPD. RPD has the funniest loops, but Saloon is probably still my favorite map. Although Borgo has really fun loops, too. Those are like the best 1v1 loops, I think, in the game. Every city is a place where life's a little busy. Little Hennessy, lay back and cool every hour, 'cause it's all good. We gonna stress from the world outside. We can re-rona, we'll be alright. Nothing but peace, love, street passion. Every ghetto needs a thug mansion. God, I love that song. So it's going on random today, though. I usually like having it on random. Hey! This is a great song, too. Goddamn. I think that's the only Patti LaBelle song I have on the playlist, though. I don't really listen to too much Patti LaBelle, but that song is amazing. 2 steps away. But it was like a perfect transition, too. Went from, like, acoustic guitar right into another acoustic guitar. With good singing, I'm just like, ah, this is perfect. Z-Wall. You can randomize D's nuts. Ha! Got him! That's the thing, though, Chiro, is I want way more people playing this game. We could have this be a permanent playlist if more people were playing. I have all these old Halo friends that, like, don't want to try DBD because it's too sweaty. It'll take too long. And I was like, we were sweating for 50s. You don't want to try running in circles. I understand Killer, because you have to, like, buy a bunch of stuff for Killer to, like, have a bunch of perks and stuff. But Survivor, you do not need shit on Survivor, like, at all. It's literally just need to know maps. Which I understand there's too many maps. That's why I want to get all the looping guides done. And then peer pressure, more people to play. Make a video that's like, why you should try DBD in 2025. You know all the other videos where it's like, why DBD sucks and why I can't, I'm bored. And I'm just like, man, I'm having the time of my life playing this game. I still fucking love this game. This game's hilarious. And like that tile we were working on that last game, like, that's so much fun. Trying to get better at that tile. Trying to see how many different ways it can go. Oh god. Any double back here? Not. Interesting. Hey, what's up, Kelly? I was hanging out on Kelly's stream earlier. I was doing some editing. Kelly was playing the 2v8. She was playing Nurse. She was Nurse main. At least when I was watching. Started playing Wraith the other day, too, in the 2v8. I think Wraith is the best killer in the 2v8. I'm not going to lie. And thank you so much for the raid. Everybody coming in, Mr. Tater. I've been playing DBD since 2018. It's been my main game since 2020. Been playing with no perks since 2020. We were just talking about that. I think Survivor is really fucking easy to play. And yet, I have like over 9,000 hours, but that's the problem, is it takes too long to learn to play, whereas mechanically, it's literally running in circles. So I've been working on like these looping guides. They got some shout-outs from Darva and Killer Whale made a video about it. And if anyone's seen that video from Sky Faction called The Heroes of DBD, he put me the #1 hero of DBD, but it was mainly because of the looping guides, to be fair. I want them all done! I used to have longer streams, but I just had like I was in the hospital for like a week because I had 3 seizures after never having ever had a seizure before. So now I can't do long streams anymore for a minute, just to be safe. But, so we're going live at 4:20, Monday through Friday, but it's going to be like 3-hour streams, because I always did 3-hour streams when the Pistons played, and then I get some editing done, but now it's always going to be 3-hour streams, and for the foreseeable future, unfortunately. Talking feels so weird. I am on medication as well. There's some shit called Keppra they have me on, but it makes me feel a little loopy. It is for the seizures. But it's just funny when I said it, and I'm like... But that's what's, like, even funnier. I was like, I wonder how much harder playing Survivor is going to be. It's not! It's running in circles! I'm like, woo! I love this game. This game is awesome. We should have way more people playing. Oh yeah, that 104 million, that's dishonesty. That's clickbait. Imagine being dishonest. It's not 104 million. It's like 124 million. Oh, that might be dishonest. I think it actually is 124 million though, isn't it? What's up, Bryce? Hell yeah. Having a great day so far. Since 2020, but you know what's funny is I've been saving the BP since before the no perks thing, because DBD was not my main game yet. And I logged in one day and I was over the blood point cap and I was like, haha! I was like, there shouldn't be a blood point cap anyway. Fight the power. What's up, Clinton Bay? Oh my god, Kelly. I didn't know if I was gonna... Somebody in Kelly's chat had like the funniest fucking name. It's like one of those like probably offensive names, but I was getting a kick out of it. Kelly has to know who I'm talking about, right? I read that name and I said it to my roommate. I was like, oh my god. It has to do with the guitar. I thought about like pointing it out to him in chat and be like, your name, holy shit. But I didn't know. I was like, maybe I won't. But me and my roommate definitely got a kick out of that. I was like, that is a fucking amazing name. Rastix, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. And Kazama, sorry if I missed that. Yeah, that was great. I saw that name. I was like, wow, that is like actually one of the most original names I've seen ever. No, why did I pick that up? I'm out for the bass. I fucking love bass. How do you not love bass? It plays into like all my favorite genres. Metal, hip hop, and electronic. Although it's funny just saying those three because technically how many like subgenres do all three of those have? Hey, that's awesome shit. I mean, I was hoping so when I read his name. I was really hoping he was a bass player. That's way better than they actually are as well. I just cannot remember the last time I saw a name like that. That was like close to offensive, but I was still like, that is great though. Oh my god. That's not related. Okay, I'm remembering this one time, when I was a server. Nobody else in the restaurant thought that was funny. I thought it was funny, but just because I was like, wow, the balls on this customer to make that joke. Because at first, like, it's one of those, like, he leads you on to make it seem like he's about to be the most racist person you've ever met. So you're like, and then they clarify, and you're like, oh my god. And I'm like telling it to everybody else. Nobody else thought that was funny. They all thought it was bad. But this guy, something happened with his coffee. I don't remember exactly what happened with his coffee. And he was going to be getting free coffee, right? And I was like, we took it off your check. You know, like, we're going to get you some coffee. Maybe he didn't have coffee yet. Something went wrong with, like, something else, maybe. And he was going to end up getting free coffee. Maybe that's what it was. Because I remember looking at him, I was like, you know, it's going to be free. It's not going to be on the check. We took like this or that off because like something did happen. And the guy was being really nice, but that's why when it comes out of nowhere and you're like, is this guy like the most racist guy? But I was like asking him, I was like, how do you like your coffee? And, like, because it's going to be, you know, it's going to be free. And he was like, he looks me straight in the eyes and goes, I like my coffee like I like my slaves. And I was like, what? And he goes, free. I was like, oh my god. Like, the balls on this guy to say this to me, like, because like, literally in the first part of the joke, you're sitting there like in my head, I'm like, is this like the most racist guy I've ever met? Right? And then he says, free. I was like, oh my god. Nobody else, well, okay. Nobody in the front of the house thought that was funny. The whole back of the house thought it was hilarious, but... Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm like, the balls on this guy to actually like even attempt that, because he had to have seen the look on my face too, like what? But then to say that, it's like, oh my god. But nobody else in the front of the house thought that was funny, and the whole back of the house thought it was hilarious. But because they were like, what happened at the table over there? Because they like heard like the uproar after that. I was like, thank fuck you're not the most racist person I've ever met. That was literally what I said to him. So I was just like, dude, holy shit. That is the ballsiest I've ever seen. Let me go this way. Oh my god, noob. Because I'm like, what happens if somebody just stops him through that? And I'm like, did he hear this somewhere else? Or has he, like, gotten free coffee? You know what I mean? Like, who's in the position to get free coffee enough to have a joke like that ready? That's why I'm like, what the hell? I was so unprepared for that. My, like, heart stopped. Like, we're about to give this guy free coffee? Like, all these thoughts, like, going through your head. You know what I mean? Like... Oh my god. I'll remember that for the rest of my life. Holy shit. Right, jellyfish? My heart almost stopped. Like, so many thoughts going through my head. On top of the fact of, like, we're about to give this guy free coffee. Holy shit. That was the ballsiest joke I ever heard. Oh my god. Do I ever see myself getting married and having kids? Only if, like, it's funny to say this, but if I won the lottery and then, like, met the right person, I suppose. It would have to be, like, because I'd have to have enough money where I would be able to buy the person I was in love with anything they would ever want. At any, you know what I mean? Like, snap of the fingers, basically. I mean, you wouldn't, obviously, because that wouldn't be the right person if that's why they were going to marry you, just because you'd buy them stuff. Obviously, then that's not the right person. That's why it has to have the combination, but... Oh, damn. Why am I coming over here? But that's my thing, yeah. Oh, my God. Hey, thanks for Ole. I appreciate it, mate. That would have been my thing. So I'm not against it, no. I'm not being like, nope, never. But at the same time, like, the odds of that happening are pretty slim. Haven't been in a relationship for years, really, because of that. Is it like every now and then there's like a bartender that works next door that's like kind of asking you, you know what you would say? The best thing that would immediately make them be like, oh, you're one of those, even though it's not true. You would just tell them, I got to clean my room first. And then they're like, oh, you're going to be one of those people I have to like fucking clean up after. And then you don't hurt anyone's feelings. And then they're not interested in you anymore. That was always my way out. So if anyone's looking for like advice to sort of avoid a relationship without hurting someone's feelings, that's the way. Make them think you have a really dirty ass room you never clean. You would not believe how big of a turnoff that is. That's a suit. I gotta clean my room. I cannot let you see my room. I have to clean it. You will never forgive me if you see my room the way it is right now. And you say stuff like that, and they're like, oh, you're really one of those people? Best way out. At least in my experience, that was my best excuse to avoid a relationship without hurting someone's feelings. Oh, that's a good point, Kelly. I never really met anyone that didn't care. Because I always made it seem like extremely dire. Like, you cannot come to my place until my room is clean. I think we should have, yeah, we should have some open spots, right? Oh yeah, technically people get 3 games in the first game in, but that's fine though. For 2 games for the 2v8. Wait, that was more than, I think it was, no. I don't know how many we played. That was 3, wasn't it? Or was that 2? Should we have open spots? Open spots. I know. I haven't spent blood points on almost like any survivors. I have blood points. I have Meg, Claude, Bill, and Tap prestiged from back in the day. Oh, this is a great song. Go from Tupac to Patti LaBelle. I love this playlist. But that from like the song transition actually made sense. Went from Thug's Mansion to 2 Steps Away. Love it. This is why you have a huge playlist with like random shit that normally you wouldn't think about connecting. You're like, oh, this sounds great. Can I play Steve? Sure. Oops, that is not Steve. And then which class did you want me to play as well? I owe another Survivor game to somebody else too, I'm sorry. I need to do Felix for Clantanimo, but these are for some peeps that were had subscribed. I had already owed them, I'm just an idiot. The Scout. I think we're full now, right? God, this song is so good. This is Patti LaBelle. 2 Steps Away. This is the only song I really know by Patti LaBelle, to be fair. She's like a gospel singer. But I love this song. But I met Patti LaBelle at a dance competition. She actually sang there. There was like the title competition, and I was in the title. I was a tap dancer, obviously, but she like came in and sang the opening song. We like all danced behind her. Not this song though. This was like her biggest song. I can't remember what she sang. I think she did sing this song too, to be fair, but this wasn't the one we danced behind her. She was so nice. That was West Coast Dance Explosion. I wonder if that's still a dance competition. It was their nationals. I was in the elite dancer program. I wonder what it's called nowadays. Maybe it's still called the same thing. I have no idea. She goes so high. Also, Orphan Eater, sorry I missed that, it was 11 minutes ago, and New Booger, thanks for the follows, mates. Old pizza boxes everywhere, that's so unsanitary. Because of, like, all the bacteria and shit, like, especially, that's like having, like, raw meat and stuff, because that's what pepperoni is. Not raw meat, but, like, just leaving cooked meat out on, like, it's like, yeah, disease forms. And I'm feeling incomplete. Ooh, I'm 2 steps away. Oh, it's a great song. Right? It's literally just running straight there. I mean, I wouldn't hump the strongest tile on the entire thing. Holy shit! Wait, Ophelia! I own another Survivor game to somebody else as well, so please yell at me if I owe you. It might be Gollum, if I remember correctly. But Ophelia, what Survivor do you want me to play? Thank you so much. And what class as well, since I can change classes now. Feels good! So I want to spend... That's the only reason I would ever want to run perks on Survivor again, because it would just give me something to offer when somebody subscribes. Once them looping guides are done... I could, like, do whatever build they want. I would do no mither as well, as long as we had, like, a lobby. I don't want to do no mither in solo queue, because I don't want to subject the solo queue teammates to no mither. Because I did 12 straight days of no mither back in 2020. I was like, I'm used to no perks now. I'm going to run no mither for forever now. And then, like, I got 3 Onis in a row, and I felt bad for the solo queue teammates. Because, like, with Oni, you just start immediately giving him blood, and it will never stop giving him blood the entire game. And I got 3 in a row, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this anymore. And it did get tunneled a lot more, and stealth killers were really hard to deal with. Because stealth killers get, like, a free hit, but most of them are M1 killers, so they can't, like, chase you down. But the free hit is like, oh, well, I'm dead. And I did notice I was getting tunneled, like, a lot more. Running no mither. Yeah! I got James. I have every survivor in the game. I've been happy because they haven't came out with one of those like new survivors in a minute that changed the survivor by just being a skin. How did I not get hit by that? Gotta love this game. This game is so goofy. I'll be honest, I did not like playing as Deathslinger in the 2v8. I like playing as Deathslinger in the 1v4, but it felt like I was getting cheated out of a lot of shots in the 2v8. It felt like it was making the connection worse. You see, like, that first shot when it, like, bounced off my ass? It felt like I should have gotten hit by that. And I'm like, man, I don't know what it is with Slinger in the 2v8. But I was not having a good time with Slinger in the 2v8, and I usually do have a good time with Slinger. That's my opinion, though, obviously. But I was getting frustrated. There was a lot of shots where I'm like, how in the fuck is that not a hit? Ghostface. It's like perfectly shaped and sized. I don't think he can shoot you over it. Gives you enough space to be able to juke if necessary. I mean, it's not good to hear because that does suck. You're probably excited for the 2v8 and then it comes in, but it's good to know that I wasn't like alone on that. Because I hadn't played Slinger in a minute either. I was like, yeah, I'm excited to play Slinger because I do no perks, no add-ons on Killer as well. And 4 years of that, I'm kind of... Ever since the first 2v8 came out, I was like, all right, I'm over playing no perks, no add-ons Killer. After playing with perks and add-ons and a teammate, you know. So when like Slinger was coming to the 2v8, I was all like excited. I'm like, hey, I haven't played Slinger in a minute. I'm excited to play him. And then I had like a terrible time. I only played 2 games with him, and I switched off to another one. And it literally just felt like, I'm like, and I even looked at the clips. I'm like, how? Like I had a clip where this guy runs right through a pallet like this. He didn't even like juke or anything, and I shot it right at him, and it just bounces off his ass. I'm like, how? I should have jumped to lazy wall. Hey, what's up, MLT? How you doing, mate? Yeah, Wraith is a lot of fun in the 2v8, I'm not gonna lie. Because Wraith feels bad in the 1v4, but in the 2v8 it was like, woo! Wraith! I was having a lot of fun with Wraith. Nurse was a lot of fun. I didn't have as much fun with Nurse the first time around, though. But I think it was more the, like, the additional aura reading stuff was making Nurse more fun. Maybe. Oh, wait, I can recover myself. Oh, God. No! You can still get grabbed on that! That looked hilarious, I can't lie. Oh my god. I fucking love this game. Fucking DVD. Oh my god. Hey, B Dave, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. I know we were all trying to be too naughty. I was gonna laugh my ass off if I got grabbed at the very end too. I didn't think I was going to, but it was worth a shot. It's like, I'm just gonna do this if I get grabbed too. I'm just gonna add to it. It's like a win-win. Either open the gate and get out, or add into this Deathslinger being like, what in the fuck? Yeah, Sturdy, get in if you want. We're doing open lobbies. I think we're gonna have a bunch of open spots after this one. I think we'll have like 4 or 5 open spots. 70 frame quest, no perks since 2020. On Steam or on the, if it's in the game, I have to accept it. If it's on Steam, my friends list is full, but I've been trying to get as many friend requests as possible because I think it's dumb as fuck that they have a max on the friends list. I have almost 200 friend requests. Nice, good shit. Good stuff. Snaps away. We have like, oh yeah, till Thursday, I think, right? Yes. So yeah, so many friend quests. And then we got Eminem trying to sing. This is actually my favorite Eminem song, I'm not gonna lie. It's called Haley's Song. He goes, I wanna fucking sing. Send me a friend request, mate. And then you gotta join through Steam. Pull up my friends list, or pull up my profile on Steam, because my friends list is full. Where is it? Right here. And you gotta come to the green button on the right-hand side. Right here, it says join game. My friends list is full, so I try to get as many friend requests as possible. I have 200! Yes! Got 200 friend requests. Let's fucking go. Fuck you, Steam. Because Steam says I can't have any more friends, right? Does this look like a limitless friend request? Or limitless friends list? Suck on that, Steam. And I see my baby. Suddenly I'm not crazy. Since when I look into her eyes. I haven't heard any. I don't like hear modern day music anymore. I've become that guy. Because I always like, I didn't want to get too hype or too excited about an album from a band and then get let down. I was like, I'll just, you know, once I'm on like a tear looking for new music, I'll be like, oh yeah, listen to some of the new shit. Like Kid Cudi's one. He's usually, well, I say Outkast is my favorite rapper, and then they're like, that's a rap group that's not a rapper. Fine, Kid Cudi, how you like that? But I haven't heard new Kid Cudi in like, I don't know, the last 6-8 years. I have a brat summer. What you mean? Ooh, favorite. I gotta go do shorter giggities now. Because my brain can't take it with these fucking medication. It does make me feel loopy. You know me. Outkast is underrated as fuck somehow. I'm like, I don't know how they have so many hits and they're underrated still. But like, I don't feel like they ever get brought up. Like, ever. I blow something as long as my father to show her how to feel about her. How proud I am that I got a count of my daddy. I'm so glad that my mom didn't. A pistol packing drug addict who bags on his mama. This is my favorite Eminem verse. This shit slaps. No, when I grow colder, the older I grow. This boulder on my shoulder gets heavy and harder to hold, and this load is like the weight of the world. I think my neck is breaking. Should I just give up and try to live up to these expectations? Yeah, I fucking love this song. All right, I'm gonna ready up. We got 3 more open spots if anyone wants in. Man, this man is too bad. Could have had someone else, but the years that I've wasted is nothing to the tears that I've tasted. Why'd I stick my penis up it? Got my baby, the only lady that I adore, Haley. Sayonara, try tomorrow, nice to know ya. Yeah, I love this song so much. My shoulder blades have shifted, and it's like, if you can get, the weight has been lifted. Feel like The one on my shoulder. Kelly! Oh shit. Who did they want me to play? I owe a Survivor game to Ophelia. Who did Ophelia want me to play? Fuck! And then play as. Thank you so much, Kelly. Who did Kelly want me to play as? And play with? Woo! Right, Booger? That's the thing, too, is I've been smoking so little, because the teeniest little bit, like, since it already makes me feel loopy, the weed, like, makes me feel way loopier, but it also counters some of the side effects of, like, headaches and irritability that comes from the Keppra. Because I remember asking when they were telling me about possible side effects, and I was like, these sound like I could smoke weed, right? Like, wouldn't that help? They were like, yeah, if that's good for you. And I was just like, yeah, it's great for me. Oh my god. Take me to church. I haven't heard this shit in forever. Remember when this was in like a bunch of shorts? Take me to church. Never learned the actual lyrics to that song though. Dono, bono, boom. That was like one of the worst things about being in the hospital. No music. There was TV though. They had like cable. I was like, okay. Yeah. So I got to watch Lions games. I didn't get to watch Pistons games though. Big goofy turnaround, big Sag. Throw it this time. I would have been wrong. This is why it's fun to greed over and over. No! God damn it, it's the most fun thing in this whole game. Right? That was the thing. Because I don't have cable, so I was like, whoa, football! Uh-oh. And I don't exactly watch the Pistons games. I'm naughty in how I watch the Pistons games. But the thing is, like, you can't even get League Pass. I looked it up with, like, League Pass, and League Pass, you can't even get all the games. I'm like, who's going to spend, like, hundreds of dollars on League Pass to still not be able to watch the games? There's my rant on that. So I, like, have to be naughty to watch the Pistons games. It sucks. I don't want to be naughty. I'd rather actually just have something, but I think there's actually some new thing. I think I actually can get something that's like $7 a month now where I can watch Pistons games. It's like FanDuel, whatever. Like, fine, I'll just get that during the year. But I think that's like a new thing, though. That was not around before. It was like the dumbest shit in the world. Who's gonna get League Pass if you still can't see all the games? Like, this is the dumbest shit. Right, Chiro? It is literally 100% true. And it just sucks. It's like, I don't even want to do this. I want to do it the right way. It's like not possible to. And you get League Pass and then have it still be blacked out. What? If I have League Pass, I should be able to see every single game, like, that's happening that entire night. Like, the entire game. If I want to watch Golden State play against Denver or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, I should be able to see that if I'm paying fucking hundreds of dollars for League Pass. Back to it. You make this. Yes! Here it comes again. Oh, yes. Yeah, I fucking love this game. This shit's hilarious. It's such a relief that you can literally... This is what I mean by how easy DBD is, like... Because it's just running in circles and taking chances, you know? Right, even loopy as fuck off this medication they're giving me. I'm just like, I fucking love this game. We should have so many more people playing this. It's the only game I've ever seen where you're watching someone with, like, thousands of hours and you're like, none of this looks hard. You know? Like, I remember we had that one thing on that one video where it's like, 5-gen chase against P100 Trickster in solo queue with throwing no pallets, no perks. You know what I mean? It's like, look through this whole chase and try to be like, I can't do that. There's nothing there. So I love this game. Oh, shit. Gotta finish these looping guides, though. So everybody can know where to run. Oh, shit. That's literally all it is knowing where to run. Seriously, that's gonna be like the first video once all the looping guides are done. I'm gonna make a video why you should give DBD a try in 2025 or whenever it is, 26, whenever all the guides are done. And then you can just like handpick a chase just like that. Look at this. This is like the fabled hardest thing to do in the game, 5-gen chase, right? And it's like, and look at this. If you've played Halo before, like it's gonna be geared towards that. Be like, did you play Halo or Dark Souls 3 or Gears of War? And you want another PvP game to play that's kind of chill? But not like as chill as turn-based because that's boring. Oops. I should have did this. Here we go. You know what's funny? I have withheld info once or twice. From killers where I do feel a little guilty about it. But like that Leary's area that I call the strongest area in the entire game, like the way I run it, it leaves you open for 2 total spots. Or if the killer goes like one of 2 ways, like it could cut you off. One of which is like the other staircase when you're running up the one that has the window on it. When you're going all the way around, they could cut through the middle and go up the middle staircase and you wouldn't be able to see them because you ran past your checkpoint and they would cut you off before you got to another spot. And I did not point that out in that video. And I do kind of feel guilty about it. I'm like, man, that feels bad. That feels like I'm purposely withholding info. I don't want to do that, you know? So like one of the other ones that has another one that's like that would be Mother's Dwelling, the God Window. If you have the God Window on the one side specifically, they could go around the outside and then they could go up the stairs. And like you could leave, like if you go to leave the loop, then you still gain a lot of distance. But if they know that you're gonna try to loop back around, they could go up the stairs and drop down on top from up top onto you. And I'm definitely going to point that out in that video. And that is because I felt guilty not pointing it out on the Leary's video. That they could cut across the middle and go up the stairs. Because, like, you know, if the killer has you at this one, and if they double back like this, if you see them double back, you're thinking I could run all the way around because most of the time, but the killer could go across the middle and cut up the stairs and you'd be fucked. You know? Now the thing is, you could just camp the window and then vault the window. But the way I play it and the way I've been telling people to play it is you want to get back to the farthest God window because then you're wasting time just standing there waiting for the killer to see where you are, you know? But if the killer knows for a fact that's what you're going to do, they can cut across the middle and go up the side stairs. And I did not point that out. You're being super nice. I'm gonna write on their thingy then. Ah, it's so hard! They made it like impossible to get to. There we go. I have to get rid of the chat thing. Ah! That was like the baby rage sound effect. Ah! You said they were being nice, so I wanted to write on their thing. You're being nice. Oh yeah, take me to church. Let's go. Oh, we got 5 spots open. If anyone wants in. Campbell's is next. Here's the thing, Rally Point, is Ormond is taking me the longest because it's going to just be the longest because of all the RNG. And the differences with the RNG with Ormond is it all works differently. So, like, if I'm talking about the pallets on the outside of, like, Mother's Dwelling, it's, like, going to be one of these two, but those two are very simple, and and all they do is sort of give you an opportunity to agree to get back to a window or get back around. Whereas, like, with Ormond, it's so much like, all right, it's going to be one of these 3 pallets, and it's going to be one of these 2 breakable doors as well, which is going to affect when you jump this window and then go to which one of these 3 pallets you have, and then where you go from there depends on which breakable door you have. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, it's taking so long to, like, edit it. Because I did, like, a big walkthrough, kind of, where I was like, this is sort of what you're aiming at if you just want, like, to keep it simple. And then I was going tile by tile, where every single little one. And then at the end of that, right, I did like a sort of in review thing, and then I'm gonna have it organized with like the all around chases of the main building. But I think I'm gonna organize that by killer. So it'll be like main versus trickster, main versus Vecna, main versus, you know, like stuff like that. Nice. Thank you, Sturdy. But that's why it's taking me forever. None of the other guides are going to take that long, because there is RNG with the other main buildings, but it's more cookie cutter. So, like, Father Campbell's Chapel has 3 bottoms, right? And then, like, the top windows don't really matter that much, except for the one. The one window helps because you can actually connect that to the bottom. But the other top ones are sort of their own thing, and, like, if you want to vault one of those, like the 2 God windows, right? Either of those, if you vault that and try to come back into the chapel, you're giving the killer a chance to gain distance on you. Because if you really want to use those windows properly, since they're God windows, you want to vault and go forward. So whichever way the killer goes around, you gain distance. Whereas, like I said, if you vault and then you try to go back in, the killer could have dropped down because they're trying to get, like, out this way, and then you just gave the killer a hit, you know? But that's the thing with Chapel, though, is like Ormond doesn't have like, here's these 3 different, and these are how these different cookie cutters are going to work. Ormond was like, all right, you're going to have one of these 2 main, like even the main loop is this way. Like I talk about going up the stairs and you go to the right, and then whichever one of those 2 windows you get is what I think of as like the first most consistent like main loop of Ormond. But the problem with that is, right, it's like, okay, you could either have this window or this window, and not only that, but when you jump this window or this window, you could either have the breakable door on this side or this side of the bar, which is going to affect how you run into the bar or even run into the bar at all. You know what I mean? And that's just like the most basic part of it. You know, that's why Ormond is taking me forever. And that's also why it's going to be like a 14-hour long guide. Unfortunately, I wish it could be shorter. Like I really wish I could. It's just not possible while still covering everything, you know. But Chapel's going to be a lot more fun. Because Chapel has like the 3 cookie cutter bottoms, and then like the top has the 1 extra window that you can pile on. But the other windows are kind of like not that helpful. To like continuously loop, I should say. Who was I supposed to play? What's up, Truki? Yeah, I love Freezer. And that front palette. Those are like the 2 most fun. Hey! Haven't heard this song in forever. Playlist is in a good spot today. Started off with a good spot. Started off with Thug's Mansion from Tupac. It's my favorite Pac song. We're not together. I can't remember who I'm supposed to play. Somebody yell at me if I owe you a survivor in class. Not sacrifice. Anything should happen. Guess I wish you well. A little bit of heaven and a little bit of hell. Did I say it wrong? I'm sorry. Is it Trucci? That I've ever told. Oh, my love, my glory, happy and is gone forevermore. I feel as if I'm wasted. God, I just like music. Music is good. This is why you have a huge playlist. This playlist is almost too big. 1,062 songs. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, my favorite genres are metal, hip-hop, and electronic, but you listen to a lot more than that. You just love to have a huge playlist. And some days it just flows into the other stuff, and you're like, yes! Oh, you got it ready up. Whoops. Who's got it ready? But that is the other downside. If somebody's like, I love the music that's playing today. I'm like, can't guarantee you'll always love it. Come back tomorrow and it's going to be death metal. But I always have it on random, so. But I like having a nice flow. If it went from death metal into this, I would have skipped this. And if it goes from this into death metal, I'm going to skip the death metal. But that's the thing, when they're like, if you skip songs on the playlist, it shouldn't be on the playlist. No. Yes, it should. You just want the nice flow. Hey, what's up, Placebo? Wasted every day. Feel as if I'm wasted. Sorry, people being nice in chat. Sorry. I've never seen the movie, actually. Life in Cartoon Motion. Or I thought that was... No, that's the name of the album, right? What movie is this from? I heard this at a dance competition. I was like, I love this. Little bit love, 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 little bit love. Oh my God, this song is great. I'm not pretending. No hope, no love, no glory. Ugh, great song. The song is like a fucking anthem. What movie is that from, though? I didn't know it was from a movie. Is that the actually? Because I always thought that was just the name of the album. Didn't research too much. Oh, God. What is going on? Ah! Yeah, Deontay. That's a good thing, though. Is if there's open spots, might as well get in the 2v8. This is why I don't ever like care about like the list or anything in the 2v8. But it's always more relieving because then we get to the 1v4 and it's like, fuck, people are waiting like an hour and a half to play. And then I leave somebody on hook and they have to wait another game. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I'm sorry, man. Oh, shit. Fucking gen speed flying. Oh, movie it's fun though. I don't think that was actually the first song I heard by Mika though. Oh, it was In Any Other World. You can tell the difference. That's a good song too. And let it all unfold into broken remnants. Nice, that's on Disney Plus, right? Can I just relieve this? No! That would have been hilarious. Yes! Oh, stub toe. Well, 110, maybe I can make it anyway. I think Spirit's really hard to play, I'm not gonna lie. Unless you have like the 2 add-ons that are not even in the 2v8. Because Spirit, you don't get any value out of like the aura reading while you're in the power. But it'd be overpowered if you did. If you could just see the auras of Survivor while you're going super fast. That'd be broken as fuck. I understand why. It's just like unfortunate. Into broken remnants. Oh, that song's in my head. Smile like you mean it. Does it's all in the hands of a bitter man. Say goodbye to the world you thought you lived in. Take a bow, play the part of a lonely, lonely heart. Say goodbye to the world you thought you lived in. To the world you thought you lived in. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god. Hey, thank you, Explodes. Appreciate it, mate. I should have done the heal bonus. I keep forgetting about that. Hey, what's up, Tataru? I was about to stream. They were playing Legion. Tataru's a Legion main, obviously. We gotta get Legion in the 2v8. How would they do that? Do you think they just make it? Because getting 9 would feel like it wouldn't. You think you could get like 7 maybe? Getting 9 feels like it'd be like impossible. That was funny. What's going on, everybody? How's the rest of the stream? Everybody coming in on Mr. Tater? I've been playing DBD since 2018. I got like 9,000 hours. Over 9,000! Unless I'm playing bad and then I only have like 8,200 or whatever, however many I have on Steam by itself. I'm playing with no perks since 2020 though. I want more people to play DBD. I think playing Survivor is like one of the easiest PvP games I have literally ever played, and I want more people playing it, so I'm making these looping guides. They got some shout-outs from Odds Darva and Kill a Whale. If anyone's seen that Heroes of DBD video from Sky Faction, he actually put me #1 hero of DBD. But that was mainly because of the looping guides, though. Because you know how everyone always says, like, you need 4,000 hours to, like, loop well in most scenarios, or they say play comp level, but that's the thing. You look at comp level on Survivor, and it's just running in circles and shit. Like, it's still just the teamwork. It's not like looking at, like, comp level Halo and stuff where you're, like, you have to get the headshot in, like, a millisecond or you die and give up positioning and stuff like that. It's not like that. It's literally just, like, running in circles and shit, knowing where to go. But it takes too long to learn. That's why People are like don't want to give it a try. Respect it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Just like looping tight. Like playing Survivor is extremely, extremely easy. Obviously not escaping, because that's the thing. It makes it sound like escaping is easy, especially if you're playing solo queue. It's like, well, no, you're still gonna die in like most games you play, but mechanically, right? Compared to like Guitar Hero or Halo, you know, or Gears of War, like we're running in circles, and it's a lot of fun. I'm on like seizure medication right now that's making me feel loopy as fuck and still playing just like ever. That's why I love this game. We could have so many more people playing it, and then the 2v8 could be a permanent playlist. What the fuck is going on here? What's up, Amy? Did my game just freeze? Okay. My game did just freeze. Send. Oh, your DVD crashed too? What the fuck? Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Remember I said I have over 9,000 hours? I was like, unless I'm playing bad, then I only have like 8,200 or whatever. I have 8,194. When I play bad, that's how many hours I have. I don't have hours anywhere else. Definitely not on Xbox or Nintendo Switch. Well, that sucks. The way you love like it's forever. I don't think Steam is down right now, JC. I think the game just crashed. Yeah, 8th Run's crashed too. No glory, no happy ending. This is the way that we love like it's forever. And with the rest of our life, but not together. God, that's a great song. I love the playlist. Today's been all over the place in the best ways. Because sometimes you got to skip a lot because it keeps being jarring transition to jarring transition. And you're like, dang. Anyone seen the Full Monty? This is a song about helping someone, well, in the context of the show, it's called, and just before your lights go out, you'll see my smile and you'll know you've got a friend with a rock. Who cares? I mean a big-ass rock. Made for a man who's devoid of hope like you are, my buddy. Mikey. Twitching like a fish while you claw the air. I'll grab your feet, oh pal of mine. I'll pull real hard and snap your spinal cord. This song's hilarious. But don't kill yourself. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. God, this song is great. I love the playlist. Has been all over the place today. Right through the eye. I'm low on nails. So the Full Monty is a show about a bunch of guys that lost their jobs and they become strippers to pay the bills. This is a song from that musical. Didn't kill me. Malcolm, stay out of this. Also, Amy Light, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. And YVG or VVG, thanks for the follow too, man. I appreciate it. But anyway, I turn around and suddenly I'm not alone, it ain't just me. I'm like a player on the team. I'm part of the gang, a member of the club. I like the big... Oh, free gift today. Woo! What the fuck? Got friends. Woo! With a single edge razor and buy you a beer with a Drano chaser. Oh my god, this song is so good. I do have to get the free gift as well. He's my friend. Group hug. That song is as dark comedy as it really gets. I'm all here for it though. That fucking song is hilarious. It's called Big Ass Rock. It's literally the name of the song. It's called Big Ass Rock. I'll hoist it up and drop it on your face, my buddy. Wait, new booger. I used to tap dance. You want to see this? My foot's fucked up. I think I tore my Achilles like a year and a half ago. I used to be world class, though. I always hated saying that, too. But people would be mad at me if I didn't. But the people I knew, like Sarah Raish and Jason Samuel Smith and Jason Janis and Cartier Williams, like these people felt 10 times better tap dancer than I was. But I could do some of the most difficult tap in the world, though. But they could, like, improv shit. I can improv too, just like not anywhere close to the fucking level they could. They could make music through their feet while doing some of the most difficult tap in the world and making it up all on the spot. Whereas if they gave me the steps to do, I could do it. And there's some really hard shit in that. But if you want to see the hard shit, go to like the second half. Because it's art. You don't want to just like throw a bunch of hard tricks right in there for nothing, you know? And then it doesn't go anywhere. So you got to start, work your way up. Oh my god. The Jax 5 was so good. But they basically had like no childhood, unfortunately. Bubba in the 2v8 would be fucking hilarious. Sorry I missed that rally point. That really would be hilarious. They should totally put Bubba in. Because technically, couldn't they get an 8K and like... well, technically. Because you wouldn't have the add-on that would extend it, I suppose. So it'd be a lot harder said than done. Hey, Mike! What's going on, Mike? I was going to be able to rage you last night. I went to check. I was like, is he doing the ghost face thing? Because I wanted to raid you doing the ghost face thing, but then I saw you doing the Felix. And I was like, hey, we'll raid Mike anyway. Actually alive. I don't know if you were here when we were talking. I had a fucking near-death experience. I had 3 seizures. I had never had a seizure before. I was in a hospital for a fucking week because like my kidneys couldn't deal with it. The like processing the seizures. There's something called creatine kinase or whatever it is, and that and there was a bunch of different tests that was going on, but this one is the funniest. It's not funny. It shouldn't have been funny at all, but I just didn't realize until I was on stream or when I was seeing, because I was on my chart, the doctor thing with all the tests they were running, and when they had told me, because anything above 5,000 is hospitalization level. And like I had known I had gotten up to 42,000 at one point. Like that was the peak before it started coming down. And that's why they had me in the hospital on an IV and stuff, because they didn't want my kidneys failing trying to process all that. Oh, fuck. I didn't realize he was on death hook. I should have been healing him. I'm such an idiot, JC. I'm sorry. That one's done. I'm so sorry, JC. I don't know what triggered them absolved. Like, that's the problem. The only thing I can think of that, like, even started was I've been having these, like, weird scenarios where I couldn't tell if I was awake or not. Because I would, like... because I would be, like, editing, right? And then I'd go to sleep where I would dream about editing, and then I'd wake up and I'd be, like, editing again. And then I'd have, like, these weird, like, feelings where I couldn't tell if I was dreaming or not. And, damn it. And it would give me like a sort of panic attack. And this would happen like every now and then. And where I'd have to like stop. This happened once on stream too, where I remember I was playing and I was like trying to stare. Because it's like such a weird feeling, like being in your own head like that. But one of those started happening. That's like the only thing I know that happened, because the paramedics like stab you with stuff that makes you forget. It's like I didn't even know it. All of a sudden I'm like in a stretcher with a fucking neck brace on. If you remind me, I can show you the pictures after, because I have the pictures in the Discord. Oh, there's two of them. We actually got a team, these two guys. I think they actually tunneled JC. That's funny. Like on purpose. We're not gonna make this. Oh, he didn't see. I thought for sure he saw. But here's the thing, right? The creatine kinase or whatever level it was, I didn't know it was like, I mean, I knew when I was over, and they had to, before they let me go, I had to be trending in the right direction, like the right amount as well, and get below 10,000, even though 5,000 is hospital. But the thing was I wasn't sleeping much in the hospital because they had to wake you up every 4 hours, or like to do your vitals, and then like, then if you took medication and that fell between the 4 hours, then you'd have to wake up again, and then they had to wake you up for blood tests, like just all this stuff. And it just was not sleeping or eating like at all. Damn, we were supposed to swing. Yeah, they're definitely on the team. Looks like they win a lot too, doesn't it? You can totally tell by how they're behaving. They must win every game they play. They're definitely not so impressed with a win that they're acting like they haven't been there before. Dang, they must win all the time. They're definitely not salty from previous games, which is why they're behaving like they have never won a game before. Not at all. They're definitely not complaining about how survivor-sided the 2v8 is while playing Blight. They would never. Look, what's that? They still lost 6 gens? To a bunch of solo queues? Oh my god. Dang, better luck next time then. I can only imagine what happens if you play against somebody on communications. Well, they're not griefing. I'm just talking trash. I like talking trash. Anytime a killer gives me an opportunity to talk trash, I like jumping all over it, because it's fun talking trash. Oh my god, do you still need help? You do, look at that. Imagine having a S-tier killer and still getting out. Where's your trapper, buddy? Looks like you need him, don't ya? Your S-tier killer isn't strong enough, is it, Blight? Aww. Dang, you got ran all the way across the map, didn't ya? Should have brought your trapper friend with you. Then maybe you wouldn't have gotten outplayed so many times
in such a short time span with one of the strongest killers in the game. Oh, did you just fuck up again? Where's your trapper daddy? Looks like you need him again. Aw. Looks like you didn't have your trapper with you to help you that time. And you got outplayed again. Dang, couldn't imagine. Now I see why. Makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Oh, Riley, they were just tunneling and humping on the ground. And they still lost 7 gens to a bunch of solo queues. Isn't that hilarious? Getting outplayed 14 times in a 3-second span with a S-tier killer only because he didn't have his other teammate right next to him. Dang, sucks, doesn't it? No, they stubbed their toe. No, Blight would never go complain about how Survivor-sided the game is on Reddit. No, he's totally acting like he wins all the time. Come on. Also, what's up, Iruza? How you doing? No! Damn it! They could get hatched, though, actually. No, it's 2 left when hatch spawns, right? They're slugging for the 4K. That's hilarious. They want to waste all their own time because they totally win every game they play. They're not doing this because they've lost like the last 10 in a row and they're just absolutely determined to make sure they get the win this time. They would never waste a bunch of their own time because they let a bunch of survivors get in their head, would they? Never. Haha! You let him back up, nerd? Looks like you still fucked up, didn't ya? Aw, did you forget the classes that there are? And now both of you are over here? Aw, and you still needed to, ya. Keep wasting their time, Alok. They want to waste their own time. Oh, look at that. Look at that. They couldn't even do it. They got the best killer in the game and they still can't do it. Ah! Let's go. No! Was buffed for this mode. I couldn't tell based off of this killer's performance. Aw, looks like they still couldn't get them all. Better luck next time, buddies. Doesn't it suck to try as hard as you can and still not get what you want? Killer's up here learning life lessons in a video game. The best part was they wasted all of their own time trying to get that 8K that they didn't get. Aww. Hey, we can play some Guitar Hero, actually. 1 second. So when Steam goes down, I usually play Guitar Hero for a little bit. Nice. Let me see what this thing is. This is the only sad thing about YouTube. Can't hear the audio, though. No! I had it done and then it... Here we go.
I think this is good. I think this is good. And then I need to make sure, I'm going to turn this on, that it's on the right audio. This is this, right? All right, so it's on aux. All right, here we go. All right, so playing Guitar Hero on this medication is going to be a little loopy. But so Steam usually goes down on Tuesdays, and if you're not in a match, it kicks you out. So we literally cannot play guitar. We literally can't play a DBD game for a little bit. So I usually just play like 1 or 2 songs on Guitar Hero. So this is not going to be like a us for the rest of the night thing or anything, especially because the streams are short. But for right now. Here we go. It's a good warm-up song. I haven't played this in a minute, but this is not a hard song. And with the medication, I'm a little loopy, so I need to play like a not hard song. But it's not super easy either. I mean, it is super easy, but not boring easy. No! Woo! Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing?
This is funny. Playing Guitar Hero on this shit does feel like loopy, but it's still a lot of fun. Let's go. Is Steam back up or is Steam not up yet? Does anybody know? Is the Steam up? It's up. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, Uni. We were just playing one game of Guitar Hero because Steam went down. How many times have I played this song? I don't know, like 50? Because I played it on Guitar Hero 3, but it wasn't one of the songs I played like the absolute most. Whereas like there's a video of me, technically my first YouTube video. I wish I knew the password and stuff because that was before YouTube and Google was connected. So there's a at least 16-year-old video. If you type in crazy TatorHead, Guitar Hero blindfolded, I was talking trash to some guy online that told me I was cheating, and when I whooped his ass, and I was like, I could beat trash with a blindfold on that song because I already knew I could, and that's like one of the hardest songs in the game. It's called The Way It Ends. I got over 400K on it, and I went to my sister, hey Katie, can I borrow your flip camera? And then I taped myself beating this or 5-starring the song blindfolded, like I was facing the other way with a blindfold on. Let me see. I'll see if I can find this video for you guys. This is technically my first YouTube video. Yeah, look at this shit. 16 years ago.
Alright, this is me 5-starring The Way It Ends blindfolded because I've done it before. And people wanted me to put it on YouTube, so I will.
And then I sent this guy a message. I literally sent this guy a fucking message with the URL because you have to type it out with your controller. You have to type out like youtube.com/watch?v=PM8x. You know what I mean? Aw, 1 second.
I'm gonna watch for this first note just so I know what I'm hitting.
Right, so then this song is hard though. 1 second. It's all fast from. But the thing, it's really hard, but as you can see, it's kind of repetitive, so like you can memorize it easily, especially because the song is fucking awesome. So of course I love the song, so I like was listening to it. Right? I almost failed the solo too. That's how you know it's not fake either, because I had not actually tried this blindfolded. Once again, I like talking trash. Right, so of course I'm uploading this in the first place to talk trash. At the end of the video, I was saying that I was like, this score would probably beat half of your scores. And literally at the end, look at this.
Hold it over Xbox Live, and then
Look at this shit. 10 subscribers.
that score would probably beat half of your scores. To be quite honest, not to sound mean or anything, but
even though I totally
played
was
kids
trying to sound mean.
blindfolded over Xbox Live, and then I told them I was blindfolded and I could beat them like that. But they didn't believe me, so anyone who...
I played this over Xbox Live, and then I told him I was blindfolded, I could beat him like that. I told you guys, though, I love talking trash. Talking trash over video games is fun, because it's meaningless. Video games doesn't matter at all. That's what's fun to talk trash about it. And sports, too. Same thing. That's why I love sports. Woo! We're fucking... Dude, Montgomery. Let's go, Lions! Oh yeah! Yeah, fucking let's go Lions. Thanks, Art Sponsor. No, he's talking trash. I was like, wait, was that the killer from that game? Aw, and then we fucking... Then the Steam went down right afterwards. That's sad. I was like, if that was the killer from that game, that's hilarious, but it sucks I had to wait that long because Steam went down. I remember the last guy that came in that was talking trash. Like really talking trash, but he didn't say anything bad. I'm like, I can literally count on my hands how many times that's ever happened. And he sat there talking trash like for a whole game, and then at the end of the game, he's like, all right, I'm bored. Have a good one. I was like, dang it. I wanted that guy to follow. Because that guy was kind of a legend. There was another guy years ago, they made their name Tater Sucks, and they came in here talking trash, but same thing, they didn't say anything bad. Like, they didn't say anything that, like, get banned over. It was just talking trash the whole time. It was hilarious. And they came back, like, a month later.
This shit is great. Skirms owns me? You mean like when he stole my content without asking my permission? That I could actually copyright strike one of his videos for? Yeah, he definitely owned me there, didn't he? What an original guy. If anyone has seen that video, the one where he said, where he like threw a, what is it called? He threw a flashbang in my face and then jumped in a snowman like right next to me and used my content without asking me permission. And I was stuck with that option of, should I strike this or no? And I decided no, because I wanted to be the bigger person, despite him stealing other people's content because he can't come up with his own. Very interesting how that works out, doesn't it? I'm actually going to my parents' house on Thanksgiving, and then I might actually do like a short stream after. It's not going to be at 4:20, it might be after that. Like probably maybe around like 7-ish. But I do want to do a short stream on Thanksgiving, especially for people that like don't have anyone to hang out with on Thanksgiving. Yeah, Skirms has done that before. So has his friend Sway. Sent people to grief me where they made sure I didn't get out and then talked trash in the post game, telling me that Skirms and Sway own me. I'm like, that's hilarious how I live rent-free in their head and I didn't even know they knew my name. They must be worried, huh? I'm definitely not banned in Sway's chat either. Or A-runs for literally no reason at all. Or other people who they just told to ban me. They would never do that. I like when people do, though, because then it just gives me a reason to not care about. Less effort that I have to give. Yeah, you want to see? I'll show you. I can show you a lot of people whose chat I'm banned in. Oh, permanently banned? Isn't that interesting? Let's see this guy. Permanently banned, isn't that interesting? Now let's try this salt farming content creator. Let's see this guy who literally farms salt. Banned? Isn't that so interesting? Yo, I don't know, and I'll tell you honestly, that made me so fucking happy. Because I was like, they're afraid? I was like, bro, how are you that afraid? Come on now. You don't want to be friends? You'd rather be afraid and ban somebody? There's more than that too, but like I said, every time I find out a new person whose chat I'm banned in that I've never typed in their chat, I'm like, hey, it's less effort I have to give. Look at that. But the thing is, a lot of them, if they don't ban each other, like a lot of these people just regurgitate people into each other. They don't like make their own friends. They just suck on each other for the friends that they have already made, right? So if they stop the suckage, then the friends stop dripping down. That's why I really think, that's why I really think, personally. That's just my opinion, though. No, Spooky Loops is awesome! Although Skirms actually didn't ban me, to be completely fair. Just all his friends did. I was like, hey, Skirms isn't afraid. Look at that. It's just the other ones that are afraid. But Skirms also took my content without asking me.
which I am not a fan of. I'll be completely honest. I feel like you should be asking people before you take their stuff. Rastic's right. That was the thing too. Is he was one of the people I watched like getting into DBD. So I was kind of disappointed in that one. I'm not gonna lie. Where we go? Rapid was the funniest one to me. I was like, you farm salt. Like what? that was the one that made me laugh the hardest. I'm not gonna lie. It was like, bruh. I know the quiet kills scenario too. Shit is hilarious. You know what's funny? I didn't know quiet kills didn't stream before that. If I had beef, Sway got mad at me and banned me because what did I say in his chat? He was running full meta. That's what I got banned over. That's what they're all mad at me over saying. And they said the audacity that I had to point that out. They said I need a reality check. They said that word for word on Twitter. Which I thought was hilarious because I didn't find it out until later. But Sway was mad because when I was watching his stream, he was playing with 4 people, all of which had full meta, with a map offering, and complaining about sweaty tryhard killer. So I pointed it out. Aren't you running full meta with a Swift and a map offering? And I got banned. And then all their friends banned me. It was actually Hens that said I needed a reality check. He says the audacity of him to say that and then complain about it. I was like, I'm not complaining about shit. I think it's hilarious. If you want to ban me for that, I'm not telling you you can't ban me. I'm not saying you can't do this or that. It's your stream. You can ban whoever you want, but I can laugh about it, and you're not going to make me not laugh about it either. Especially after what you did to quiet kills. When you actually sent people... Okay, well... Never mind. Yeah, right? It's just fun to point it out. Exactly. That's why I think it's funny, and they're probably just all mad that I think it's funny, and then I'm not like, I'm so sorry. Will you forgive me? Oh, if you're gonna ban me for that, I'm gonna laugh at it. Meanwhile, I'm gonna do what we've been doing, where I encourage people to point out when I'm whining, because I think it's funny when we have friends come in here and be like, whiner! It's a video game. That's why we've been talking about the roommate rule for how long now? Because my roommate doesn't see what BS just happened. Like, we always joke about, like, if you vault a window and, like, 15 feet past the window, you get hit. My roommate doesn't see that. All my roommate sees is 32-year-old man going, are you fucking kidding me? Which I think is hilarious, because he thinks it's hilarious. Even though it's BS, we call it justified whining, it's still whining over a video game. So whenever this is happening, I'm always telling people to hit me with baby rage and shit. It doesn't matter if it's even justified or not. It's still whining over a video game, which I think is funny. Like, but I also like trash talk. Yeah, exactly like that, like the baby rage. Because every now and then I'll be whining. I'm like, why has nobody hit me with baby rage? Which is me whining even harder, but I'm like, can't let me get away with this. Dang. But I always want it as much as possible to feel like we're all sitting in the same room playing Mario Party. We've all lost a chance time. We all know how BS it is. But when our friend is crying about it, you still kind of egg him on. Or is anybody else not like that? Because that's definitely how we were. Chance time sucks. We all know it sucks. You lose the whole game off chance time after winning all of the mini games the entire thing long. Being in first place with stars, and then on the very last turn, you trade stars with last place and you take last. We all know that sucks. But when you're whining about it, your friends are roasting you for it, or when your friends are happening it to them, roasting them for it. Get outplayed, nerd! By chance time, you know. Yo, Slothy, dude, how are you doing, mate? Slothy is one of the people. Well, Slothy actually did try, to be fair. Slothy is one of the people I bring up. That's one of the Halo friends that I want. Like, a lot of people I feel like could be playing At least could be trying DBD. The Slothy at least tried it. It wasn't for him, though. Big Sag. Because a lot of our Halo friends, like, we want a PvP game to play that's not super sweaty, and Halo's population's dropping off because we're the boomers that won't go past Halo 2 and 3. Hey, Halo 4 was okay, actually. Do you guys still play MCC? And how do you... And Slothy, I have a question for you, actually, now that you're right here. And thank you so much, man. I'm so sorry. Whatsoever do you want me to play? I just got, like, ahead of myself because I've known Slothy for, like, a long-ass time. But, what app do you guys use if you're still doing the Saturday night Halo sessions? Because I remember they stopped, like, the one Xbox app, and the last time I tried, I couldn't even, like, get on. I remember being, like, not able to communicate with you guys. Like, I could get on MCC, but I couldn't, like, get into your guys' thing. Tor Klinsterlin? I'm sorry if I said that completely wrong. Thank you so much for the follow, mate. I'm really sorry. And Nami Tsukino. Sorry if I missed that one, too. That was 25 minutes ago. Yeah, Infinite was kind of fun. Shit. That's a good point. I remember having way more fun in Infinite, though, because I hadn't played any ranked. And Slothy and Sky had played ranked, so when they played unranked, they got, like, tougher competition than I did. And I played solo queue, and I had not played any ranked, and I was like, hey, this is fun. This is like old social back in the day when there was, like, 8 million people watching. Or, not watching, sorry, I just saw you saying watching. And you ever say that? Like, you say out loud the word that you read, that you're reading? They said I was watching on YouTube. It is better. Interesting. There's like better and worse things. So, like, I play music here, which is either good or bad. And if you don't like the music, I'm like, hey, YouTube. YouTube, you can rewind a lot easier, and there's less ads, and you can skip the ads on YouTube. I knew that. But, like, rewinding on Twitch is a pain in the ass. Because, like, even if you do it efficiently, then you're, like, punished for doing it efficiently. Because you click their name, go to videos, go to recent broadcasts, and then click the thing, and then go all the way to the end. But if you did that too fast, it's like the last 30 seconds hasn't, the last 30 seconds usually hasn't, like, buffered yet. So if you do all that too fast, like, it's not even there, and then you have to go through the whole process again. Oh, my God. Here I am. I was like, I don't know where to go from here. Ooh, Houndmaster. I forgot about Houndmaster. Uh-oh, we're like in the corner of the map. Houndmaster felt really weak in the P2B, I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of times when there's a killer that's like harder to play, they will throw away. Like, I thought Blight needed a buff forever. I called him Mr. Bouncy Pants because everyone would bounce off everything and fuck up. And then, like, for a long time, I was like, Blight needs to get buffed, and people kept telling me I was wrong. I was wrong, obviously, but I was like, this killer sucks. Also, yeah, Axis said killer mains. I do feel like most of the streamers I hang out with are killer mains. They got to put up with all the survivor crap. Oh, give me blinking time. That's funny. Will it be the weakest killer on DBD? If it releases how it did in the P2B, I do think so, yeah. It felt like the tracking power didn't do anything. It's like I can use my eyes. And then, like, you had to stay on such a narrow path to get the stealth. And then the other thing just felt like a worse version of Deathslinger. Like the hound thing to actually, like, put it and grab it and then let you hit it. It's like, why don't I just play Deathslinger then? You know? I need to watch Rocky again. I haven't seen any of the Rockies in forever. They were on sale earlier though. When Carl Weathers passed earlier this year, like all the Rockies were like $3 on YouTube.
And the Creeds. I want to watch the Creeds too. The thing Arusa too is like what gets me out of lurking is when a survivor comes in to talk shit. Because a lot of times I'll just like take the survivor side but be more over top than them in all cap locks till they realize what I'm saying is like just as ridiculous. Or sometimes just to talk trash. I was talking a little trash earlier to somebody that was talking trash to Kelly. They were in there threatening Kelly though. I was like, you realize that's like a federal like crime that you're threatening them with, like you could be prosecuted. Like, and then I remember they said something. They were like, they tried to yell at Kelly. I remember what they said. It was something about like loud and this and that. And I was like, why would you say that about yourself? But once again, I'm petty. I like talking trash. It's fun. Because video games doesn't matter. Robert, I think they were slugging me because, like, once the exit gates are open, if they hook, then they can just put you, like, across the map right in front of an exit gate. Deontay? Yep. But that's why it's fun to talk trash about games, too. You don't want to go up to somebody's face and make fun of how they look. Like, that actually does make you a worse person. You know? Making fun of how somebody plays a video game, I don't think makes you a worse person at all. You could be actual Gandhi. Be talking about how someone plays a game. Like, you'd be actual Gandhi in real life and you're teabagging the kid. How do these balls taste, Sonny? Well, Gandhi is past, but obviously... Oh, there's a website called dvd.tricky.lol. There's more than that as well. Like there's other websites too. Like there's another one that's Dead by Stats. The Dead by Stats one is a better website for stats itself, but it doesn't get rid of hackers and stuff, unfortunately. But it's funny because actually on that one I'm like higher. According to that one I'm like number 5, even though there's like 2 hackers. But some people have their stats like hidden from there, I think. Everybody hurts. That's hilarious. I'm not in the mood for this song right now, though. Hey, yeah. There we go. See, I skip songs on the playlist. Gotta have the right flow. Gotta get some Farside in here. I'll probably healing class in the 2v8. Or we're gonna have a bunch of open spots after this game too. This is game number 2 for a bunch of people, so we're gonna have like 7 open spots, I think. If anybody wants in, just gotta send me a friend request and you can join. An all Steve lobby, that'd be funny. Because you can only have 4 of the same class. I wasn't thinking about Survivor. We gotta have Magic Mike. 4 shirtless survivors. Or, well, there's 4, but we could have 8, right? Is Scout the sprint? No, that's the... Sprint versus the other one. Is Scout the one that you, like, see their aura? Hey, Naughty Bear. Oh, that's what Scout does. An all Nick Cage lobby. That does sound great, I'm not gonna lie. I love Nick Cage. Once again, Nick Cage is funny because he'll talk trash every now and then. The Rasheed Wallace principle. I'm not talking about nobody's mom, wife, kids, or nothing like that. I'm just talking about, like, that person in their game. Like, defense. I press a button and that video comes up. I love Rasheed. Obviously, it's my opinion, but I wish trash talk was more acceptable. Like, especially just game-related, you know. Obviously, like I said, you're not going to go make fun of how somebody looks. Because that does make you a worse person. And you got 8 out. That's amazing. Oh my God, Rain. Be careful with that one. They said they want to watch Grave of the Fireflies. I was hyping it up. Never heard it put that way. I was hyping up Grave of the Fireflies. I was, though. That's the best movie I've ever seen. But, like I said, be in the right mindset. If you're not in the right mindset, that could, like, ruin your year, basically. It's the only movie I've ever seen where I was like, if I was in the right mindset, that could have possibly put me in a full-blown depression. But I needed to see it. I think everybody should see that movie at some point. It's a great pick-me-up movie. You know, that's actually why My Neighbor Totoro was made. For the double feature, it was supposed to watch Grave of the Fireflies first, and then you're supposed to watch My Neighbor Totoro after. They came out the same year as a double feature. Yeah, I've never seen a sadder movie either. You know what's, and this is not even spoilers, you know what's sad when the opening line of the movie is like, September 23rd is the night that I died. You're like, I remember watching this movie for the first time, like, what? And then, like, you literally, like, watch him starve to death. Is the opening scene of the movie. And he's a kid, he's 14 years old. And it's a true story. And, well, he actually survived in real life. He wrote the story out of survivor guilt because he felt guilty that he survived when others didn't. It's like, and the reality was worse. It is so bad. This is what I'm saying. It's not even spoilers because this is literally like the first 30 seconds of the movie. It's called Grave of the Fireflies. If you've heard of Studio Ghibli, they made the movie, but the problem was for a long time you couldn't see it anywhere because they didn't own the rights. So Studio Ghibli owns the rights to all their other movies, kind of like Pixar or Disney does for their own movies. But Grave of the Fireflies was a well-known novel in Japan already. And the owner of the, not like the owner, but the estate that owned the novel hired out Studio Ghibli essentially to hire the best possible movie studio to make the movie. But it was to like sort of teach like younger generation of Japan, like what, like the generation that went through World War II was going through, essentially. But it's like extremely nuanced as well. Like that, it's just the best movie I've ever seen. And it's about a 14-year-old and his 4-year-old sister dealing with wartime. People call it like one of the best anti-war movies ever made, but that's just in general the best movie I've ever seen. I've never been affected by any movie anywhere near as hard as I did that movie. That's definitely a movie that changed who I was as a person. Oh, shit. This way. No! Damn it. Which one did he trap? Yeah, I was devastated after that movie. That's the only movie where I feel like that was the word, was devastated. The last 10 minutes of that movie is like sadness I had no idea was possible, and somehow is not overkill. Like, it doesn't feel like it's just piling it on for the sake of piling it on. It's like, holy shit. That's just the best movie I've ever seen. Most meaningful. I haven't seen enough. Are you watching those on, are they on Hulu? Where are you watching those? Tell me, Trey. Because I know sometimes some of them are on Hulu, but are they, like, always on Hulu? I should have been on a gen this whole time. It's me not doing a gen ever. I'm the worst fucking teammate. Oh, seen it in theaters. Interesting. When did that one come out? Because those don't go on sale cheap enough on YouTube. I've been getting movies on YouTube for I've been getting movies on YouTube since 2019. Because you can get a big collection that way, and that's the problem with the streaming services. Is like, I finally have time to watch this movie, and then it's not there anymore. So I've been buying movies for like $5 or less. That's my cutoff. But I have a lot now. I'm like closing in on like 400 movies since 2019. But there's a hot deals of the week page, and I check that like once or twice a week, and I see like anything on sale. $5, I will buy it. If it's a movie I want, obviously. Or cheaper, obviously, as well. The cheapest I've seen the Studio Ghibli movies be was like $8, and I was like, nah. Not cheap enough. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry, Aethron. That was my fault. I even said, I'm like, I was even saying, I'm like, I'm being a terrible teammate this game. I didn't sit on chens or do anything. I apologize. Hey, you got a Blu-ray player? I'm playing 4K. That's one of the reasons I liked YouTube, because all of them were remastered, and I like the media player. YouTube. Should pull up the movie collection.
You could tell a lot by somebody by their movie collection.
You think that's true? I feel like that's not true, like, in terms of, like, are they a good or bad person? You know what I mean? I feel like you can just tell a lot by their interests, and, you know. Same with, like, music. Is this a bad person because they like metal? You know what I mean? But the same way, like, you can tell a lot about somebody's interest by, like, the different music they listen to. I feel like I'm just all over the place. My music's all over the place. My movies are all over the place. I'm just all over the place. It's fun to be all over the place. Let's go to the movie collection. Oh, shit. 1 second. I just got Trainspotting because somebody here was telling me to get Trainspotting, and it was on sale. That was awesome. I finally got to see South Park, the movie. That was $5 the other day. Oh, yeah. We have two open. I think we have open spots if anybody wants in. I'm going to wait a tad to give some people some time to join. And Jackass number 3 I have as well, but it's not appearing here. I think probably because there's, like, genitals. Because Midsummer doesn't appear on my purchase list, even though I own it as well. And I think for the same reason, because of the genitals, and it's, like, YouTube. You know, like, so even though it's, like, rated R, like, which is acceptable by YouTube, it's still, like, genitals on screen, if that makes sense. If anyone's seen Midsummer, you know which part I'm talking about. But that's my best guess, because that's the only other movie I have that doesn't appear here that I have, like, purchased. Oh, I want to watch Beetlejuice. God damn it. Oh, nice. We got everybody in here right away. Got a big old movie collection. I want to have a movie channel one day, like a side YouTube channel. Because we watch a movie, just set a camera up, and then we can do collabs with peeps. And then somebody can be like, hey, watch this movie with me. And then we, like, I always bring up Absolved. Absolved was here earlier, and I forgot to say what's up. Dresden was here earlier, too, and I forgot to say what's up. These are some of my favorite fucking people. I'm sorry. But both of these peeps. MLT, same thing. Like, we could just do movie collabs. We watch a movie, fucking send it to an editor. Uh-oh. We all got it ready. We all got it ready. I think that happens to somebody. You need to watch the the Lighthouse. I have not seen all these movies either. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen yet. I didn't realize Going My Way won Best Picture. Drez! There he is. I'm so sorry I missed you here earlier. I like in my head I needed to say, I'm a fucking idiot. But Drez is one of my favorite streamers. He sings late night. He's fucking amazing singer. And he's a Ghostface main. I've known 2 total Ghostface mains ever. And it's Mike Naders was here earlier too, actually. Oh my god, I saw Scarface earlier this year for the first time as well. Because I bought it a while ago, but I hadn't actually seen it. I think I got that in like 2022, I want to say, or 23 maybe. I need to see a movie that I bought that year, and then I'll be able to tell. The Blackening. So this was 2023. The Blackening's fucking hilarious. If anyone hasn't seen that movie, if you get a chance, watch that movie. It's actually a Juneteenth movie if you want to celebrate Juneteenth in the movie. Because I watched it on Halloween the first time, and I was like, this is actually a Juneteenth movie. But that movie's fucking hilarious. Highly recommend that one. But it was funny. I'm like looking for, I'm like, where's a movie I bought that year? I'm like, there we go, 23. Cocaine Bear, hilarious too. Sisu was really cool, actually. Sisu, I can't spoil that one, but there was something about that movie that I didn't notice until like the very end of the movie. Maybe that was the point. That made me be like, fuck, I gotta go watch this whole movie again. Violent Night. That's my like new favorite Christmas movie. Watch it every year. But I wait for Christmas stuff until after Thanksgiving. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. But at the same time, I like to wait until after Thanksgiving. I just rewatched Tropic Thunder the other day. That shit's hilarious. I didn't realize Robert Downey Jr. was nominated for a supporting actor in that movie. He did deserve it, I will say. But holy shit. That fucking movie is great. It's the first thing I think of with that movie, too. I'm not gonna lie. And this is a big movie collection, though. Okay, now we've gotten into the era of before Disney Plus, because now I regret having bought these movies because they're on Disney Plus. But this was literally like, was that 2020 when Disney Plus came out? Big Sag, though. I was like, aw. Because that's the one streaming services I have is Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. I trade that with my sister's Netflix. Yeah, Jaws. I need to like actually just type it out and have like a referenced list. Well, I messed everything up about that, and it didn't matter. Aruza, have you seen that, I think it was on the SNL 40th anniversary? Because I don't really watch too much SNL, but I saw that episode, and that episode was fucking hilarious. But, Bill Murray sang a love song to Jaws. And it was really fucking funny. There's actually a decent map for Slinger for that middle part. Because getting that gen done in the middle would be very helpful, but he can just shoot you off it. Wait. Nope, okay. I am healing class. Oh, fuck, I was supposed to play Scout. If I owe you Survivor game, please yell at me. I will not be mad. Yeah, Miss Nerd Rage. I'm feeling better every day still, because I still am recovering. Because I did convince them to let me go before before my CK levels were all the way down and my, like, everything was fine. My legs are less sore, too, because the problem was when my legs were really sore, it made my Achilles problem a lot worse. Because, like, my legs were swollen and my feet were swollen. That was, like, the most annoying part. Hopefully that should never happen again. I got some medication now, shit called Keppra. I'm sorry, Aruza. Oh yeah, I was actually asking you, have you seen the SNL 40th anniversary? I don't watch much SNL, and so I'm not gonna be like, you didn't see that? But that was just like, I happened to have seen that episode. And Bill Murray, maybe you can find it on YouTube, but Bill Murray sang a love song to Jaws, like to the shark. It was really funny. Like, made me part of you. It was hilarious. It was just like random as fuck, but like the perfect amount of random. Where it's like, why in the fuck is this a thing in the best way? Like, who came up with this?
Out of nowhere. Let's have Bill Murray get on stage and sing a love ballad to Jaws. Like, what the hell? That was great. Oh my god. That episode was really good. I saw it when he was streaming on like Hulu, but now it's probably gonna be on Peacock, right? The SNL used to be on Hulu. I actually need to go check if the Studio Ghibli movies are on Hulu. I have one of the Studio Ghibli movies, Spirited Away. That's the only other one I've seen besides Grave. Right, I'm the healer. I should have ran over. God damn, I'm such an idiot. Luckily, it's video games. Yeah, Grave is on Netflix right now, yep. That was the thing. I saw it 2 years ago, and when I kept telling people about it, there was no possible way for them to see it. But Netflix just put it up in September. Everyone was happy Netflix did that. And that they did the, they remastered it, and they brought it with the sub. You might be able to do the dub as well, but at least I usually like subs more than dubs. I want to hear the original actors. No. My problem with a lot of dubs with anime is if there's children, like Grave of the Fireflies. I know for a fact that, like, the actress that plays Setsuko is a child, but they did not hire a child to play. Oh, damn. Good shot. They did not hire a child to play Setsuko in the dub, though. And that's where I get a little bothered by it, you know? Can I make it? No! Damn it. Dragon Ball Z. I guess Pokemon, right? Technically, we watched the dub version of that. It was funny. The Book of Mormon. So if anyone doesn't know, the Book of Mormon is a Broadway musical. That's one of the most successful Broadway musicals ever. And it was made from the South Park creators because when they made the South Park movie, which I just saw, and now I completely understand, as they talk about it being one of the greatest movie musicals of all time. So Trey Parker and Matt Stone after that were like, fuck it, let's try to make a real musical, like an actual musical. And they made the Book of Mormon, and it's one of the most successful Broadway musicals of all time. And it's amazing. But the thing is the actor that played the voice dub of Gary, you know how it sounds like the most typical like dub over, where it sounds like way too American? That's who they picked to play Andrew. His name's Andrew Rannells, but that's who they picked to play Elder Price for the Book of Mormon. I believe. So it's like actual Gary singing that. That God lives on a planet called Kolob. I believe that Jesus has his own planet as well, and I believe that in 1978 God changed his mind about black people. You can be a Mormon just believes. That fucking musical is great. I'm not gonna lie. Apparently Mormons really like it too, because they like did everything exactly how it should have been. Yeah, Alyssum. I don't know if you can see it like on YouTube or something, but the Book of Mormon is literally from fucking Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and it's because of South Park the movie. Everyone was like, "That's a great movie musical," and they're like, "Fuck it, let's make a real one." They made one of the most successful Broadway musicals of all time, and it's a great musical.
All right. Not for that. It's a good song, but not in the mood for it. Oh, yeah, we're looking at movies. Yeah, Spirited Away. We got one open spot if anyone wants. You're just looking at movies. I'm going to play like a few more games. They want me to stream for like 3 hours, but maybe I can do a little bit more than 3 hours, like just a little bit more. For like a few weeks. Thanks, Salam. I wish we could do longer streams. I just had like an actual scare. I almost died. I was in the hospital for a fucking week because I had 3 seizures. And my kidneys were like trying to process everything. And then my CK level went up to 420/69. Which is way too high. Like, you're supposed to be in a hospital if your CK level apparently is at over 5,000 is hospitalization. I was at 420/69, but on my charts and everything, it says 420/69. I'll show you guys that again. One second. One sec. I actually got to do this. I also do look out for movies when people tell me to look out for movies. I remember Kubo. Somebody on stream was telling me to watch Kubo, and it was on sale. It was like $5. I bought it that day. I was like, yeah. So especially if somebody's like looking up already, and it's a movie they already like, and they're like, hey, it's $5 on YouTube, and I'll be like, yeah, fuck it. I am very susceptible to that. But Train Spotting was the most recent one from that one. I've been keeping an eye out for that one for a minute, but it was $5 like 4 days ago, I want to say. That's like my need to watch next movie. I watched South Park, though, because all 4 of these movies were on sale the same day. And Paw Patrol's for my nephews. That's my excuse. 10 Commandments was more for my mom. I didn't know she liked this movie. And I was talking to my dad, and then he said that she liked that movie, and then I looked up, and it was $5, so I was like, hey! But it is really funny having 10 Commandments right next to South Park. And next to, like, 10 Commandments, right? It's like a biblical thing. Is in between Jackass 2 and South Park the movie. I don't think about planning it. It's just like when it's on sale, I'll get it, you know? I like movies. I want to have a side movie channel one day. We keep talking about that, but... Because then we could have easy collabs. You could, if somebody could show you one of their favorite movies and you discuss it afterwards, send it off to an editor, and bang. 1 second, I gotta show you guys this, that CK level. Oh, I'm sorry, Frihole. That's a new sign of my best friends, right? Trying to holla at me. Yeah, so many friend quests. So here's the CK level, right? Creatine kinase or whatever. Like, this was when I got discharged at 9,000, right? And 1,000 is high, right? This was the blood test, like 8 hours blood test when I was in the hospital. And then this is when I was like, I want to go home, please. And that's why they gave me an extra one. But look at this. My high, now this is very dangerous, obviously. This is not a good thing. But look at that. My creatine kinase level, CK, was 420/69. Look at that. All right, I'll show you guys after. There, I'll give you guys a little bit more time to look at that later. And so what creatine kinase is that's like your muscle breakdown level in your blood, but your kidneys process everything. So my kidneys was already dealing with a bunch, and then was dealing with that. That's why I had to stay in the hospital for a week, because like they had me on a bunch of IVs and shit. Trying to flush everything while I was still drinking water as well. But the thing is, they were telling me I wasn't paying attention, like... Oh, God! I'm gonna make this. Run around the long way. And then go back to this. Oh, yes! That's what I was worried about. Now I'm fucked up. Oh! That was like one of the longest I had like a 2v1 chase go on for. Yeah, dude, I wish I saw the 420/69 in the hospital. That would have cheered me up a bunch, because I was like not feeling it. That's why I made them give me another blood test. I was like, because I wasn't sleeping and I wasn't eating, and it was just, I felt like more miserable because of that than I was because of my kidneys.
That's why it was like 8 hours between, and then there's that one extra one. But like the odds of that happening, dude, that's fucking crazy. Obviously, it's like not funny. You don't want your CK level to be up there. It's just the fact that like of all the numbers it could have been, it was actually 69,420. Ah, damn. Yeah, rough spot. Go back this way. Wraith go through the middle. Yes! Can you make it? Yes! You cut me off this time? Yes! I will say the best thing about being in the hospital the fucking week and having a near-death fucking experience is I feel so much more grateful to be alive. I feel 10 times more positive than I ever was before. I will say that. Can I make it around again? Yes! Can't make this time. No! This one. I guess it worked. Thought it didn't work and then it did. If I can get him to respect this. Oh! I was gonna connect it to this next time. If you respected it that time hard enough, I was gonna go to this. It's been used against me. Or you could say that I meme so hard it's even in my bloodstream. Or it was. And they say, how do I word this? They say you find out who you really are when life becomes as hard as possible. There we go. Oh my god. I can't believe I didn't see that in the hospital. I wasn't really looking at the My Charts thing in the hospital because the doctors were there telling me, like, you're over 42,000. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Can I go back to this one? Oh, damn. Ow! Damn it. I was hoping to go around the other way. No respect, damn it! Good shit. I was close. Rain, that's what's funny about not throwing pallets is it sounds like I'm mind gaming. I'm not using my brain at all. I'm running in circles. That's why I love this game. It feels so fucking scandalous. I don't know a single other game where it's like that, where you can like get like you're not playing Halo and you're like, haha, I got the headshot and I didn't even have to shoot. You know what I mean? And then it's like, even if you do miss, it's like, oh, but I still have the bullet. Like that would be like the equivalent to having like sniper in your hand and like just having unlimited shots. It's awesome. I love this game. It's one of my favorite games ever. We should have way more people playing this. Is the Wraith here too? I heard the Wraith. There he is, fuck! Right? That's the fun part. Like, DBD is the only game I've ever really played as well where I did not give two shits about, like, winning. But if you start playing DBD as, like, solo survivor, you realize you're like, oh, I escaped, like, one every 7 games. You're like, so you don't really give a shit. But that's what's fun about it. Then you can work on tiles. Like, I'm gonna try to get better at this tile or that tile. Like that one on Saloon we were working on earlier. Like, that was so much fun against the Spirit. That's like one of the most interesting tiles in the whole game. It has 2 windows and a pallet in a close proximity, and yet it's still kind of unsafe.
I love Rat-a-tat. This is Rat-a-tat now. Anyone's heard Pursuit of Happiness by Kid Cudi? Rat-a-tat was helping him on that one too. But Kid Cudi sampled a few Rat-a-tat songs, to be fair. Embrace the Martian, they worked with Rat-a-tat. And then Heaven at Night, they sampled from Rat-a-tat's... What's the name of that song? I don't remember what Rat-a-tat's name of the song is, but... Yeah, right? The 2v8 is definitely 100,000,000% survivor-sided. Doesn't stop me from talking trash when it's necessary. We were doing that earlier. The one game where... I like talking trash, though. I know I say this all the time, but we had, like, one total game where the killers gave us opportunity to talk trash. It's like, yay! That was fun. And then this team went down right after. That was kind of sad. But when you're, this is what I mean by talking trash doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't stop me from being like, oh, I bet they totally think this is super survivor-sided playing the strongest killer. Even though it is. And I'm telling you straight up, it is. But that's different than when you're talking trash. We don't talk about that then. The game. We got slapped that game. That was the best killers we played all day. I think that might have been one of the only killers we played against that was like actually on communications, to be fair. I feel like we played against like 3. I think these guys might have been on communication, to be fair. I think they were trying to get like knock people off one at a time. It is fun to double team people, but then you don't get that many hooks, unfortunately, because you can't spread the pressure. Played solo Deathslinger in 1 matches. Good shit. I heard the queue times were a little bit lower today as well. They weren't like, or Kelly was saying they were like 7-ish minutes. Being killer on comms, we were just chilling. Who did I do it with this time? I wanted to be doing a lot more killer and then to fucking spend a week in the hospital. Until next time when the 2v8 comes out. Because I actually liked it when the killer queue times were like 15 minutes long because I was squeezing in survivor games in between the killer games. The killer queue times are going to feel longer to me at 7 minutes than they would be at 15. Because at 15, like I said, we can play a survivor game in between. And then it's like the second the survivor game is done, oh, killer game, you know? But 7 minutes, you're sitting there for 7 minutes, like... Can't really do much with 7 minutes. And playing words on stream for 7 straight minutes is a lot, you know? It is 2 games then out, yep. And I have not been keeping track. I'm going to play like 2 more games, I want to say. They wanted me to not do much longer streams than like 3 hours. Because I didn't want to go down days stream-wise. So for a few weeks, I had to do short streams. It sucks. But I get more editing done, which is good. Love this song, but not in the mood for it. That's Claire de Lune from Claude Debussy. Now I'm skipping a bunch of songs. Actually, haven't heard this one in a minute. Hey, yeah! That's good, 2 songs in a row. Oh, yeah, here we go. So this was the kidney things that when I was in the hospital for the week. This is what we were talking about, right? So, because when I had the seizures, your muscles all, like, essentially are working as hard as possible at the exact same time. That's what a seizure is. So... you know when you work out, your muscle breaks down and then it has to repair it, and then the muscle breakdown gets filtered through the kidneys. But the problem is when it's way too much of it, your kidneys are overloaded, which is why I was in the hospital for a week. But this was the muscle breakdown in the blood. What's up, Wildcorn? Yeah, I was like, I think they were just going working 2 peeps at a time. I was like, which is a lot more fun to play as when you're playing the 2v8, because you actually have a teammate. It's fun to actually play with the teammate, but you don't get as many hooks that way, unfortunately. But you might as well play how you have fun. Because the queue times were fucking long, and they literally made this playlist so survivor-sided on purpose just to bribe people to play more Survivor. Oh, but here we're talking about, right? So here's the creatine kinase or whatever it's called, right? Which is the muscle breakdown that's being filtered through the blood. And this is what we were talking about. I was at 420/69. Now, if you're above 5,000, that's hospitalization level, and 1,000 is high, so 42,000 is absurdly fucking high. This is why I was in the hospital for a week. But 420.69 though, look at that. That was my level. 42,069. I mean, that's the closest to death I've ever been, but at the same time, like 420.69 in the bloodstream. That's hilarious. Right back around. We got 4 more open spots if anyone wants in. You know what's funny? I didn't even really feel like tunneling, though. I just felt like they were playing, like, with 2s. Alright. I think I'm a ready up. Hey, let's go, Kinesis. Kinesis. Oh, friend who cuss. I'm sorry. We gotta get Min in here. Yeah. I don't got ice in my veins. When they say, we said earlier, when you're pushed as far as possible in life, you find out who you really are. And I was 420.69. When my body was tested as hard as possible, that's what I produced. We realized it on stream last night, too. Because I was already giggling at the 69. I was like, 42,069. I was like, 69. I was like, no way! We're trying to get Min in here, right? Min was free Hole, right? I think. Yeah. Literally couldn't. I wasn't even like conscious for a minute there. That was the strangest feeling ever, waking up in a stretcher in a neck brace. Like, what the fuck happened? And they're like telling you you had 3 seizures, and you're like, what? I don't have epilepsy. Like, they tested. I don't have epilepsy. That's why I'm playing DBD right now. They like did all the strobe lights and shit. Like, they could not find a reason why I had seizures. Which is kind of scary because it's like, how do I avoid this? Is Friole again in here? Here we go. It's funny, I knew this song was coming up next. Birthday? We heard it for like a second when I skipped Tracy Chapman for a second. I said, no, I'm not skipping that. Moldy weed? No, don't smoke moldy weed. Smoke good weed. Oh, who's got it ready up? Magic Chef got it ready up. Stop flexing. No, I got more. I got more weed. Like, this is my sativa only. I will say, the whole time I was in the hospital, I kept presenting weed as a possible problem for, like, every little... Because you don't want to... You know what I mean? You don't want to be like, I don't want to give up weed. You know what I mean? I'm like, if I'm fucking having a seizure... And they're like, no. They were like the opposite. They're like, do you drink, like, too much caffeine or something? And we were like... And I was like, I drink, like, half a Coke every other day. And they were like, well, that's not it. The funny thing is, because they couldn't find a root cause of the seizures, like, they were literally telling me, they were like, so by all the evidence, like, that this happened, we can tell that you probably had a seizure. You're like, we know that. Like, but it was funny because they knew that too. It's just like, with no root cause, there's just like, what else can they tell me besides that?
But I was asking and presenting weed at a possible problem at every turn, and every single turn I got laughed at and like basically like that. And then even with the medication, they were asking about the Keppra. To some of the side effects is like irritability and headaches. And I was like, I was like, I already smoke weed for migraines. You know, I was like, is this a possible thing where I couldn't smoke weed with the medication? They're like, it'll make you a little bit more loopy. But they were like, but no, like if that's what would help you with some of the side effects, then we would encourage that. And I was like, now the funny thing is I was in the hospital for a fucking week, so my tolerancy is like really low, and because of the medication makes me a little loopy, the weed makes me a little bit loopier as well. But because of that, I've been smoking like nothing, and it's been great because I used to smoke like a gram-ish a day. Remember, a little bit more than a gram a day, and now I'm smoking like a third of a gram a day, if that. It's fucking great, and I'm like, woo! But I did. Every single possible turn, I presented weed as a possible negative and got, like, laughed at and brushed off every single time. Which, it did make me feel a little encouraged and relieved. Because you're even thinking, like, is it because I smoke too much? Okay. Oh, okay, I'm lagging. What the hell? But if smoking weed was going to be giving me... Okay, what the fuck is this lobby? If smoking weed was giving me seizures, I wasn't going to smoke weed anymore. That is the other thing, too, is knowing how, like, it's actually not addictive. Because I sat there for a week in the hospital, like, I wasn't like, oh, I gotta leave so I can smoke weed. Like, it wasn't like that at all. I wasn't really getting cravings at all when I was in the hospital. As opposed to Oxycontin, where for like 3 fucking days I feel like I'm dying. That was the downside. Being asked by the doctors to go through all the drugs I had ever taken in front of my parents. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. All right, should we go in chronological order now? Or do we just go straight to DMT and salvia? What I consider like the worst two I did. Like, not in terms of like addiction. That's definitely Oxycontin. Never did heroin, never did meth, never did crack. But at the same time, like when I think of like what probably damaged my brain the most, I'm like probably, oh, I thought I was doing the healing class. Probably DMT and salvia. I mean, obviously ecstasy and shrooms and everything like this, but nitrous. That was a funny one to talk about. The doctor was not happy about that one. Not like happy, but they were just like, I was doing nitrous on a fucking subway. You should have seen the looks I was getting. Not if there was kids there. This is what I mean by I was a fucking idiot for 10 years. Call it the Hakuna Matata phase of life. I'm like, how am I alive? Right? And then you get fucking constipated from taking all the fucking pills. You'll be sitting on the toilet like, teeny tiny little like nugget. And then you get terrible diarrhea when you get sober. Oh, fuck. That was a terrible spot. No, respect. Damn it. Right? Because of lack of oxygen. They're talking about nitrous. Because you fucking crack into a balloon and you sit there inhaling it over and over and you're not getting any oxygen while you're doing that. That's what I mean by I was a fucking dumbass. Don't do what I did.
one of the reasons I wanted to make that no perks video. I wanted to actually make that no perks video in year 5. But I also wanted to make sure I was telling people that I smoke as well, because I don't want people being like, he said he was sober. And it's like, I smoke for a few things. I was 14 months sober. And then I started smoking weed again. I don't even drink anymore either. I haven't drinking since 2020. I do not miss drinking at all. I did not even realize how much I was drinking either. Until you get sober. And you weren't getting sober from alcohol, obviously. You're just getting sober from Oxycontin, but at the same time. It was like, holy shit, I was spending a lot of money on alcohol and drinking a lot. But you're not thinking about it because you're like, oh, alcohol, you're not bad. I'm in control. But weed can be problematic for people as well. That's the thing too. Is it affects everybody differently. Anxiety is one of the things that helps me with, and it's been known to also give people anxiety and paranoia. It was a laggy ass lobby. Holy shit. I can't run away! The problem is, I was like, I remember relating, this is never something you should relate to, but I remember seeing The Wolf of Wall Street in theaters, and I remember hearing, I mean, it's Leo DiCaprio, obviously, but Jordan Belfort saying something along the lines of, like, I can give a shit what it is, I'd fucking snort it. And I remember, like, relating to this and being like, oh, yeah, I'm so wild. I'll fucking do anything. And I'm like, yeah, dumbass. That's not a good thing. Like, for all I know, the seizures could have something related to any of all the drug use. The problem with something that's my decision. What you mean? Past decisions, absolutely. Don't do drugs. I should be like on a gen at some point. Yeah. That's the cool thing about past, though, is other people can learn from your past. It's all learning fucking Survivor is. Oh, look, that's where the thing is. I'll go there next time. Or I won't go there next time, because that one sucked. Like, Survivor doesn't ever really feel like mechanical skill. It's just like knowing shit and then taking risks. That's why I love it. I want more people playing this game. No! Went the wrong way. I saw they were on Deathhook tenderness, but I thought it was them over there. It's so laggy. Oh, shit. Yeah, I got lucky. I didn't like cocaine that much. I always thought it was a waste of money. Too expensive, too addictive. And, like, I have ADHD in the first place, so if I was just completely sober, I remember that's being what it felt like. I'm like, I feel like I'm just completely fucking sober. Unless you do too much. And then if you've seen Boogie Nights, I remember being like, that is, like, the most accurate acting I've ever seen on coke. When you do too much.
But in Boogie Nights, remember that scene? If anyone's seen Boogie Nights later in the movie, when he's like, I have a plan. He's like almost too calm because he's way too coked out. I was like, yes, that's what you. Oh my god. Yo, thank you, Nero. I appreciate it, mate. But yeah, it's scary. I remember I just saw a post about that the other day, and it was like, ah, respect. And like, the funny thing was, there was people that like had not done cocaine that were talking about how this can't be how it is and this and that, because there was somebody sitting in bed, and it was like he's doing this, and there's just like powder all over his face, and he's just like looking elsewhere, and people were like, you can't sleep on this and that, and they're like, but everyone doing it is like, obviously he's just trying to sleep. There's all the people that were like, that's not what happens, and they're like, oh, obviously. And then I remember the top comment, the most realistic comment, was like, yeah, I'm not going to miss still being awake at 10 a.m. and Googling, am I having a heart attack? I was like, holy shit, I've definitely done that. But I didn't do that much coke, though. I had like one total night where I did too much like that. And I was like, yeah, this is not for me. I do not like this. And you never want to stop. That's the problem, is like you start coming down here, oh, we got to get more. That's why people end up spending way too much money. Where people really get into it too is drinking, because a lot of alcoholics will do a lot of coke because they'll get too drunk and they'll do a few lines to get them back up. Like, those are the only other time. I remember I said I had the one night where I did a bunch of coke, but every other time I did coke was like 4 other times, where I was too drunk. And then, here, take a few lines, and then you start doing more lines, and now you're doing coke throughout the night. Which, once again, is terrible, because now you're doing uppers and downers. Yeah, shakiness and paranoia. Same with, like, meth. Like, I mean, meth is just... meth is just terrible. That's... I mean, it was funny in the No Perks Since 2020 video. I was going back and forth whether I was like, should make fun of meth or heroin, but I didn't like write a script or anything. I feel like that I didn't want to write a script. I feel like that would have been, then it does feel fake, you know. If you're like writing a script, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna talk about it. But that was what came out naturally. And now I'm a meth addict. This is my favorite band. This has some death metal in this, so warning, I'm not skipping it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is Opeth, Rain. Opeth is the band I bring up the most when I'm like, if you don't like the music, there's YouTube where the music doesn't play. The other thing, too, is when... Yeah, that's the other thing, Sweet Poison, is whenever I say Opeth's my favorite band, people try to get me to listen to more death metal. I'm always like, eh. I'm picky on the growling. I don't like when it gets too pig-sounding or too, like, belch-sounding. I don't know how else to describe it. Opeth doesn't sound like that, though. This is, I think this is their best album, too. Ghost Reveries. Yeah, nobody sounds like Opeth. They, like, cover the whole spectrum of sound. It's one of the only bands where, like, in these headphones, like, I'm like, wow, it's getting, like, the full use of this headphone. And when you hear, like, Opeth on other speakers, you're like, oh, something's missing. Thank you, Audio 46, for this pair of headphones. I would not own it if it wasn't for them. They gave it to me. I used to review headphones for them. And Audio 46 sells all the headphones. That was when I worked in Times Square, because it's on 46th Street. And I was on 47th. I've never heard Infant Annihilator. What a name. Infant Annihilator. Oh, giggity. I gotta cut the giggities in half, too, unfortunately, for now. Who's retiring? Yeah, the lag was terrible that game. Dun, 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 dun. Seeing like Infant Annihilator makes me think of like Cannibal Corpse. Or Cattle Decapitation. Although I only know that band because of that one fucking song that was just too. Oh my god! It scared the fuck out of me. Good shit. Who's retiring though? Someone said her voice is strong. Who's retiring? Oh, different band. Oh, OTEP, yeah. That is a different band. Mine's OPETH. They got long-ass songs, and I love them. They have a fucking 20-minute song. That everybody always wants them to play live, and they won't play live because he's like, I don't remember that whole song. But everybody wants them to play live because there's this amazing fucking acoustic guitar riff in like the middle of a 20-minute song. That's what everybody wants to hear because it's so good. I actually skipped that song earlier. It did come on. I was like, I'm not in the mood for this. Anal Squirt Massacre. No, I've never heard of this. Oh my god, metal bands' names just get like out of control. What was the name? Oh yeah, the Cattle Decapitation one. I was like, they had like some music video that was too over the top, and it was called like Forced Gender Reassignment. And I remember that being like the most violent video ever on YouTube like years ago. And I'm like, that's the only reason I ever heard of that band. Like, what was the name of that song? Right? By Cattle Decapitation. What type of metal were they? They weren't. Maybe they were slam. I have never heard a single song from slam metal that I liked. Every time I've ever heard slam metal, I'm like, the fuck is this? I've heard one part of one slam metal song. It was like a banjo breakdown. I remember. And that part was cool, and then the rest of the song was, like, trash again. I was like, this sucks. I do not like this at all. And then all the comments in every slam video I've ever been to, like, on, like, YouTube, where you're, like, giving genres of music a try. Because you always want to try. You know, you don't want to, like, no, I don't even want to listen to that. It sucks. Like, you know, like, I'm a firm believer, even slam metal, I was like, there was one part of one song I liked. Like, I found something, but at the same time, I was like, that part didn't sound like slam though. So I was like, I really just don't like slam. But all the comments on slam videos like are all talking about how them lyrics really hit home because you can't understand a fucking thing they're saying. But that one banjo one. I don't know, I was like, yeah, this is good.
Oh, with Slam? Roku. Yeah, I've never heard a whole Slam song that I liked. I'm kind of like that with Slayer, though, I'll be honest. Slayer is so frustrating for me. Because Slayer has some of the best fucking riffs ever. But every Slayer song, there's like part of the song where I'm like, fast forwarding. Like Angel of Death is like closest to a whole song by Slayer that I like. And I don't like the solo. The solo just sounds like they're playing as fast as they can instead of playing what sounds good, you know? I don't really like Slayer's vocals that much either. Damn it, I went to get off and then tried to get back on and it was too late. But even like Raining Blood. The part's awesome. And then they follow it up with and I'm like, but that's what Slayer does with me. I'm like, here we go. Now it just sounds like they're playing as fast as they can instead of trying to play music. But that's why I get frustrated by Slayer, because so much of their other shit sounds so fucking good. And then they have a part like that. It's like, here I am skipping this part again. Wait, Rain, you know, War Ensemble? The best YouTube comment I've ever seen on a metal video was from that. But, you know the weird beginning of War Ensemble? The... Oh, shit. The top comment on YouTube for that was your mom saying, the dentist won't hurt. And then the kid next door at 19 seconds in. I was like, oh my god, that is the best fucking definition of that specific sound effect. But if you go look up on YouTube, I was like, dude, that right there. And you're just picturing like the kid next door in tennis. Like, no way. I used to hate that part of that song. And now it's like one of my favorite parts just because of that one YouTube comment. So I was like, that is so true. Holy shit. That's exactly what it would sound like. Oh, shit. Open it. Right? Like, even the it sounds like the drill's hitting and then still going, and that's when he's like, "Ah!" It sounds so fucking funny after hearing like that comment. But I used to hate that part. I used to like be like, this sounds terrible. Oh, the joys one teeny little meme comment can bring you. How do I try to help here? Do I leave? Give them a chance at hatch? Oh my god. Almost blew that. I probably should have stayed in and wasted a little more time though. Force them to down me out. Yes! Did she make it? It's gonna be close! It's gonna be close! It's gonna be close! Ah! I didn't know if she was gonna get shot or not. Good stuff. Oh, fuck. I was supposed to do it. I was supposed to play a scout. Whoops. I can do that tomorrow, though, right? Oh, there's no game to watch today. This is sad. When we do shorter streams, usually there's like game to watch. And I just got... No, all I gotta do is edit. I saw a meme in the Detroit Lions Reddit, because... I mean, no, this one I'm wearing right now. Montgomery! Woo!
I'm wearing Knuckles jersey right now. They call him Sonic and Knuckles, Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery. Although I don't have Jameer Gibbs jersey because he fumbled in the championship game last year, and I'm like waiting. I'm like, if we win the Super Bowl, I'll buy Jameer Gibbs jersey, but that fumble could have very well easily cost us to chip to that Super Bowl. So until then, Sonic. I have Knuckles jersey though. Oh yeah. That's the sad thing. I always like. Obviously, I feel like I can keep streaming, but they want me to do less, like shorter streams for at least a few weeks. I have to talk to a neurologist in like 3 weeks or something like that, and that was when they at least wanted me to wait until. But they wanted me not to stream, and I was like. But the thing was that I convinced them with that. I was like, streaming is how I blow off steam. That's my favorite thing to do. That is how I relax. They're like, we want you to relax. I'm like, that is how I relax. Like hanging out with friends. This is how I relax. I was like, if you're gonna tell me I can't stream, that will stress me out 10 times more than you know. And they're like, well, can you do like shorter streams? And I was like, fine. So unfortunately, I have to do like 3-ish hour streams for at least for the next 3 weeks until I see the neurologist again. Let me find somebody to rate actually. I'm sorry. Somebody just joined and they're like waiting to play. Candace and Stunflower. Did Stunflower get to play a game yet? Hey, Zom's live. Hey, so is Dion. Oh yeah, don't usually end streams this early, like as often. Yeah, that's right, absolved. Let's do it. Yeah, have an amazing night, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. This is literally the biggest fucking privilege in the world, in the entire world, to have friends to hang out with and talk to. Like, holy shit, and get me through when I was in the hospital, like reading all those comments. I posted a picture of one of the pictures where I was reading the comments. I have literally never felt that cared about in my entire fucking life. That was insane. Thank you so much. Holy shit. But that's why I'm like, oh, I wish we could stay live longer, though. That's the only thing. It's like, I wish we could keep going. 3 hours. 3-hour tour. Where's that? That was 3-hour tour, right? Yeah, that is the good thing. I guess I can get some more editing done, but it's just like, God dang it. That's not the fun part. The fun part is hanging out. But at the same time, like, the editing is sort of working towards being able to be a full-time content creator in the first place anyway. So, one day more. One day I will be full-time content creator, and I won't have to sell weed on the weekends. It's so funny that that's my actual job. I work at a dispensary. I clock in and pay taxes on selling weed, but it's just always going to be funny to me. Have an amazing night, everybody. Zolv was in here earlier. He's one of the people I was talking about. I was like, I'd love to, if we have a movie channel one day, you can just do like easy collabs, because you could just watch a movie with a friend and then like, you know, have a camera set up and then you set it to an editor. But you have to be able to afford an editor at that point, obviously. But, wait. Hey, thanks, Rain. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm back tomorrow. Wow, can I speak right now? I'm back tomorrow at 4:20. It's gonna be 4:20 Monday through Friday. I'm actually a little bit more on time because my sleep schedule's a little bit different, but that's because I have to wake up at like 9:30 and take my medication because every 12 hours. They said I could push it back little bits at a time, but I couldn't just like skip 4 hours. So that is why I've actually been being on time for once. But have an amazing night, everybody. Make sure you take care of yourself. That's by far the most important part. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4:20.